Monday night, right here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is Derek Engler. You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. Smoke-free slots and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More spins, more wins, more fun. The Green Bay Packers play host to the Washington Commanders tonight on Thursday Night Football. Green Bay Packers listed as 3.5-point favorites, according to ESPN Bet. Lambeau Field, the host side of the game, 7:15 kickoff, televised, streaming exclusively in Madison on Amazon Prime. Not available for over-the-air television. In Milwaukee and Green Bay, you can watch the game on local TV. In Madison, streaming exclusively on Amazon Prime. So make sure you call a friend, a family member, or check with your local establishment. Make sure you can watch that game tonight. Plenty to get you set all day right here on 100.5 ESPN. Wilde and Tausch, The Rich Eisen Show. Jim, Matt, and Molly streaming from noon to 2 exclusively on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Kyle, Bruston, Nortman, and then Green Bay Game Day live from Titletown, just in the shadow of Lambeau Field, getting you set for kickoff from 4 o'clock until 7:15.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
There aren't any Jasons 12 and under. That's a dead name.
Packers Hall of Famer, Mark Tauscher.
How many kids do you hear, hey, Marky? It might be almost to the point of Ruth.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio.
You love that name so much, you don't even go by it.
On 100.5 ESPN.
If you call me Mark, I'm fine. I like my name. I like my name a lot.
The ESPN Wisconsin app.
Wilde and Tausch.
And ESPN Madison on YouTube.
It's Wilde and Tausch, isn't it?
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
The Game Day edition. Love it when there's a game on a day we do the program. Whether it's Monday Night Football, Thursday Night Football, Black Friday football.
Are you saying program like Pat McAfee does?
I'm trying to support my guy Mike McCarthy with his new gig on Pat McAfee, yeah. Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
As long as he still does his gig with us at some point, hopefully, edition. And all the accoutrements that we normally have on Friday going into a Sunday game, the green and gold game preview, prize picks, all the fun stuff that we enjoy doing, edition. Plus, a visit from Rob Demovsky and a visit from the entire crew of Unsportsmanlike, which displaced Jen, Gabe, and Chewy and landed them on ESPN Madison, which was fun today. Sure was fun for those that are in charge of coordinating such things. Edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course everything you need, including if your morning show gets bumped to a different station, you can always get them live on the ESPN Wisconsin app, which is available both in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson, hardest working man in show business, is back after being under the weather yesterday. And some on the panel, well, basically all of us on the panel, questioning his lack of availability. He's in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. I'm sorry?
No, we did.
Yeah.
All of us did, yeah.
We all did. Yeah, indeed. And we never questioned this guy. This guy. What a great presentation about Matt LePay by that guy. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
How you feeling today, Jesse?
Better.
Fresh?
Thank you
Feeling
for
good?
asking.
You bet.
I know some pointed out I sounded particularly stuffy, more than usual. So Diana and McGuanago, I was aware of how bad I sounded yesterday.
Stuffy.
You weren't on air yesterday. Was she at your house, or how did she?
Great
sound?
question.
How you
No,
sounded
that's
yesterday?
that's a reference to last week on Kyle Bruston Nortman when she said I have a very nasally voice and I'm very annoying.
There was reports from
are
certain
annoying.
fill-in producers, cousin subs, if you will,
Uh-huh.
that you and I knew when you took the volleyball gig that you were going to miss shows. I don't know why you don't just tell us in advance.
That's fair.
That would make things probably easier. But there were reports that someone was having a couple too many Coors Lights and or Tito's after the big volleyball win. Reportedly saw you at a establishment late on Tuesday night and thought that you missed Wednesday because someone couldn't soar with the Eagles when they were hooting with the Owls. That is what I heard.
The reports are true. I did go out to a nearby establishment with a fellow teammate after the volleyball match on Tuesday night. The two alcoholic beverages that I consumed between 9 and 10 p.m. did not impact my ability to come in and produce yesterday's show. I can guarantee you more Coors Lights will be consumed tonight during Thursday Night Football, and I will be here tomorrow. It was totally based on...
Oh, you can't assure us you're going to be here tomorrow.
I can assure you I will be here tomorrow, pending an emergency of some type. I will be
Car
here
breaking
tomorrow.
What if you have the
down.
sniffles? What if you got the sniffles?
I spent yesterday a lot of time near a Kleenex box. I ran through an entire Kleenex box all by myself yesterday, getting it all out of the system. I took a 3-hour nap. Brian Bulaga put me to sleep. I was listening to you guys, and then I fell asleep listening to Bulaga, and I woke up at 12:45, and I thought, oh, show's over already. Dang, should probably get started with my day. So feeling a lot better. So thank you for understanding and providing me the day to recover. That's what sick days are for.
What choice did we have?
Yeah, you didn't give us a choice.
That's
didn't give much
true.
of a
I guess you
choice.
just kind of have to roll with it if I tell you. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
This is how things work.
But you can choose not to understand and be forgiving, which it sounds like you're kind of doing. So I'm just going to say thank you for understanding and being forgiving for me missing yesterday.
I'm glad that's how you
I
took
care
it.
about the health and safety of my teammates and myself, and I think it was in everyone's best interest that I stay home yesterday. The end.
I'm curious, Jesse, how much better do you feel today and how focused you are on the big game tonight now, since you're well rested for it?
Very excited for the game tonight. Very excited.
How are we feeling? How are we feeling about Thursday night games? I don't love it. Players hate it. I think I don't mind a Thanksgiving. I want to take the whole weekend. I don't want us to have to throw our schedule off. I don't want fans to. We're going to feel Sunday like, where's our Packers? Why are we not playing? And now we get rushed and forced into an early game this early in the season. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. I don't.
So, Thursday Night Football began in 2006.
Yeah, late in the season. Not
It was
right
8
now.
games back then. 8 games. I'm not entirely sure. It expanded to 10 games in 2014, I think. Maybe a little bit later, maybe a little earlier. But it's been all 17 weeks now for a while. I guess I'm a little surprised that you're that you're still adjusting to it.
No, I'm not adjusting to it. I don't like it. Listen, you can sit there and get irritated about things, or you can do something about it. And there's nothing you're going to do about this. What am I going to do? Not watch? I'm going to watch tonight. And there's times that it's nice to have it on, but I'm saying from my perspective as a Packer fan and doing the show, I would rather them not do this until Thanksgiving. I think tonight everything's rushed from a player standpoint and from this. Will we see a good quality game tonight? I hope so. And will we talk about it tomorrow? Yes. So that's why I don't complain about it, because there's nothing we're going to do about it, and I don't have a solution. I have no solution for you. This is a big moneymaker for the NFL, and unless I have a better alternative, and I don't, I can't sit and pout and cry about it. I'm just voicing my opinion. I'm going to move on. So this is different than my normal. If I have an issue, I want to give you an answer. I don't have an answer, so I brought it up. I'm not going to sit here and pound the table like I do on other things that can be, like picking your opponent and other stuff that is easy fix that will bring more money in for the league. That's not the case here, so that's why, Jason. That's why.
So let me ask you this, because this is something that, and obviously we are our program is based in Madison, much like Jen, Gabe, and Chewy was today anyway. But I still remember Aaron Rodgers, you're on the field protecting his, I guess, front side at right tackle in Dallas, that memorable game on the NFL Network that no one in Madison was able to watch in the comfort of their home because they didn't have, on the cable system at the time, the NFL Network even available in 2007. Again, the NFL rules for streaming games, and you love your Peacock over there, but their rules are they put the game on over-the-air television. Jesse mentioned this in his Sports Center, and I was going to bring it up to start the show anyway, so thank you, Jesse, for your service. The NFL requires that games are broadcast in the home market of each team on over-the-air television. Now, I don't know how many other teams have what the Packers have, but the Packers have two home markets. They have Milwaukee, and they have Green Bay. Green Bay Fox Cities. So the TV stations in those two markets, one of them picks up the Amazon Prime broadcast, and you can watch it on your telly. If you live in, say, the Madison market or the Eau Claire lacrosse market, and you're not getting the Minneapolis, I guess it doesn't matter, unless they're playing the Vikings. You're not getting the game on TV. You have to have Amazon Prime to watch the game. Are you okay with that? Are you okay with that?
What do you want me to do about it?
I'm not asking you to solve it. I'm asking you if you're okay with it.
Well, yeah, I'm asking you, what do you want me to do about it? Like, am I okay with it? I think everybody should be able to watch it, but listen, man, everybody wants to cut these big checks and take them. This is what it is. So this is the norm. It's not 2006 anymore. There's plenty of different options. I don't love it, but what am I going to do about it?
But my point is, you have Amazon Prime.
I do. Yeah.
I think there's a lot of people that do. You do not have Peacock. You remain steadfast in your anti-Peacock
No, I will not watch
stance.
a game. I will not watch a game on Peacock. No.
And Jesse, you have Amazon Prime too.
We do, yes.
So my question for people unlike us, they not like us, what are you doing for the game if you don't pay for Amazon Prime?
I almost wonder, I think who has more subscribers, Netflix or Amazon? Because if you use Amazon to get stuff delivered to your house,
Correct.
You have Amazon Prime.
Great question. I have both. I have the ad version of Netflix because I didn't want to pay the full freight. So I watch a few commercials interspersed with my programming. We use Amazon a lot. I don't know who has more subscribers.
I think straight content Netflix, but when you factor in the fact that if you use, tell me I'm wrong, if you get an Amazon package,
I don't think you are.
If you use Amazon, do you not have Amazon Prime? Is that how that works?
If you have Amazon Prime to get free shipping on all your goodies,
yeah,
including, I think they ship ice cream. And you also get the TV aspect of it, the streaming aspect of it. Yes, all in one. Like it's $179 a year or something like that now.
Not everybody that has Amazon Prime.
Right, everybody has Amazon.
Why would you pay for shipping? Why would you not just? Is the price difference big?
I don't know.
Why would you not have both? Because who wants to pay for shipping if you don't have to? And then you get all that content and these games, and Amazon's getting more and more involved in sports. It can't be. The juice has got to be worth the squeeze, or otherwise, why would so many people have it? Because what show has come out on Amazon that you're like, I got to watch that outside of football? Have they put anything out that's been worth a lick?
Reacher is really good.
Very popular. Reacher.
Netflix puts out Hunting Wives and Jerry Jones and
Hunting
Receiver. Hunting Wives is something else now. Oh, God.
Mr. and
Don't
Mrs.
watch that around anybody but yourself.
Amazon Prime did a remake of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. That season 1 came out last year.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for you guys to tell me
good.
something Amazon has put out that's good.
I'm giving it to you right now.
You didn't.
I forgot the name of the superhero show, but that's really good.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
It is. Yeah. It's been around for
Yeah, it's so good that you don't even know the name of it.
Coming up on their 5th or 6th season now. I binged it all in one
Bottom line,
last
if you're
year.
ranking straight content, I would think Amazon Prime would be at the bottom of the list. But I bet when you're asking who's got what services, Amazon would be right there with Netflix. And I find that to me is interesting. Am I crazy to think that?
No, I don't watch a lot of Amazon Prime. I would agree.
What's on Amazon anybody watches?
There was a
it's
show-
on Netflix. Oh, it's on Paramount. Oh, it's on blank Disney. I've never heard anybody say, oh, check out this show. It's on Amazon.
I just gave you
Except
3.
for Jesse with some movie, some superhuman movie, and he don't even know the name of. Oh, you got to check that out. Otherwise, you don't know anything.
I watched a show called Bosch. It's like a police procedural that I really liked on Amazon Prime. I'm more likely to watch like a documentary than an actual series on Amazon Prime. But again, I'm not a big streamer. I'm still a cable guy. I've not cut the cord.
The Boys. That's what I was trying to think of. The Boys is the name of the show.
Tausch hasn't heard of it, so much must suck.
Good superhero show. Very graphic. Very graphic superhero.
You know what you
when
can
a
stream
customer chooses Pella, one of the most important. Well, what? There's a lull. We had a lull.
That was in no way a lull. That was a huge.
That was as long of a lull as Jesse's lull on SportsCenter. I was wondering if the SportsCenter was over. He lulled so long.
So among the best shows available on Amazon Prime to stream, and I've noticed that this is where Amazon Prime seems to succeed, are shows that you loved that aren't new shows, but you can't stream them anywhere else. Okay. Now I don't know if you need to stream Seinfeld because it feels like syndication reruns are everywhere, but that is the streaming home of Seinfeld. Also Suits, which I feel like Jesse was a big fan of.
Suits is great.
Correctly.
That's on Peacock, though. You can find it there.
That's that old princess that didn't want to be princess anymore, right? She's on that show?
Yes. That is where she rose to fame, yes.
And now she wants to be princess without doing princess things.
We
right?
don't need to talk about Suits without bringing up Meghan Markle.
Well, she's the whole reason people watch the show.
Parks and Recreation.
Parks and Rec's a good show.
I'm confused by this. The Office is also streamed on there. Shouldn't that be on Peacock? It's an NBC show.
I feel like Amazon kind of collects what's on some of the other streams and makes it available for people.
Listen, Amazon is the king of delivering stuff to your house, and content is a bottom 50th thing that they do. I don't know why you guys are trying to. What is your deal with defending Amazon?
I'm not.
It's not good.
The Jack Ryan series with John Krasinski is really good.
Yeah, Johnny.
Not to be confused with
Jimmy
Jack Reacher.
Halpert.
I was actually agreeing with you. I was just trying to find potential. I literally said I agree with you with the first sentence I said. All right. I also agree with you.
It's all right. Guys, you can't be great at everything. You're great at getting packages from point A to point B, and then you throw a football game on. But other than that, nobody's getting Amazon if they ain't getting it free with Amazon Prime. They're just not. And I don't know why is it so hard for you guys to just say instead of saying, oh, no, they got a great superhero movie out. Oh. Well, what is it called? I don't know.
Because you asked what shows are on Amazon
Prime. And
we were trying to answer your question.
Boys, that was for you to prove my point, and you did beautifully, but then you keep fighting me on it. You know what you don't fight me about is the great windows and doors at Pella. Windows and Doors of Wisconsin is when a customer chooses Pella, one of the most important things to them, honoring trust and commitment. A lot of customers might have apprehensions about inviting someone out to their home, but when you see the experience and the professionalism, you can trust them with bringing your project to life. Their vision is to be the company that people want to do business with. Order by the end of the month. Get 0% interest for up to 5 years. Visit PellaWI.com today to learn more.
We will continue this argument, or maybe we won't, since we weren't really arguing. We were just trying to answer a question.
The Terminal is pretty good, too.
God, is it, though? That's the movie with Hanks where he's locked in the airport, right?
Anybody?
No,
let me
that's
ask
the
you this.
Terminal.
Does anybody have Amazon in their top 3 streaming services they got to have?
No.
The answer is no.
No.
I got Apple Plus.
I don't know about top 5. I don't even know how many streaming services there are, but I don't think it's top 5.
Roku.
Is that a streaming service or is that a distribution
Oh,
center?
not this again.
Jesse, that's exactly why I said that there. We got to get ready for Rob Demovsky. He's joining us after the next segment, which I'm sure will include us arguing about how we agree on something. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. Coming up on Thursday, we'll preview the Commanders-Packers Week 2 kickoff, plus actor Kyle MacLachlan joins us in studio. That's on Thursday's edition of The Rich Eisen Show on Disney+, the ESPN app, and ESPN Radio.
This is a magical month at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison, with 13 chances to win big every week. Starting at 6 p.m. each Friday in September, 12 winners will enter an enchanted forest and select a cash prize of up to $2,500. Then at 9 p.m. every Friday, one winner will open a door to reveal a grand prize of up to $10,000 in cash. Be here for our Forest of Fortune promotion happening every Friday night in September. Don't miss your chance for prizes all month long at Ho-Chunk Gaming Madison.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with a refreshing offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Well, this month only, get $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and 0 interest financing for 12 months. My new buddy Chris from Oostburg is one of their skilled installers who demos your existing bath or shower, removes it, and disposes it before installing your brand new dream shower. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast professional installation always included. Again, that's KohlerServicesWI.com.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973, and they're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether it's the sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none and has exactly what you're looking for. Stop in today at their location on Fish Hatchery Road and check out the all-new 2024 Honda Prologue, Honda's first all-electric SUV, or browse their selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semrau with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Jake Buckles, Sauk Prairie High School. Jake, welcome.
Thanks for having me on here.
Man, we go way back. 4-year starter you're going to be on offense, third year on defense, especially in football. I know basketball and track as well, but particularly football. What does it mean to you to be an Eagle?
It means a lot to me. Wearing that jersey every night, it means a lot to me. Walking out with my teammates every night, seeing the fans.
When you look back in your time, you still got your senior year, but what are you going to remember most about Sauk Prairie High School?
I think most thing I'm going to remember is just all my football memories. Sauk's a good school and stuff like that, but I feel like I've learned the most lessons from sports. Pushing, when stuff's hard, you just, you keep trying to improve and keep trying to get better.
Looking to join an international quality golf club right here in Madison? For a limited time at TPC Wisconsin, enjoy full golf privileges and all club amenities without full dues. Pay just $150 per month through March to maintain your full golf membership with no golf dues until April 1st. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Schedule a tour or submit a membership inquiry at tpcwisconsin.com and start enjoying the private golf club experience you deserve. That's tpcwisconsin.com.
It is Alabama week. Hey Badgers fans, you don't want to miss this week's Wisconsin College Game Day post-game show with Jesse Nelson and myself, Corey Sparks. We will be live from Monk's Bar and Grill in Middleton this week. Listen live after the final whistle to our immediate response and give your input on the Wisconsin Badgers Week 3 performance. We'll highlight players of the game, the drive of the game, and main storylines after the first quarter of the season. It's ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day, brewed by Coors Light on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
He's got a Chevrolet that don't always run and the radio never turns down. He's got a pedigree that's no good for nothing, no commas in his bank account. But there's a girl at the hole in the wall where he plays. Don't take her eyes off the stage. She loves his southern drawl from north of Atlanta.
I could power rank streaming services all day, but unfortunately we don't have time to do so because we got Rob Demovsky from ESPN.com coming up next, which means it's time right now for the Green and Gold game preview.
Let's take a closer look at this week's matchup. This is the Green and Gold game preview.
Early edition for an early week of football. The Green Bay Packers and the Washington Commanders on Amazon Prime tonight, guys. What is the big storyline heading into this game, Tausch?
Well, to me, it's what we saw Sunday. Is this the new normal? Is this what we're going to continue to see? And I don't have any reason to think it's not. So your test is a lot tougher, in my opinion, on the defensive side of the ball because of Jaden Daniels and the run-pass options that he has. He is a much more dynamic player than Jared Goff. Is their offensive line as good as Detroit's? Their tackles, I don't believe, are. So we'll find out a lot about whether or not this defense that I have said will be the leading force of this team. If you see that tonight versus this offense, I'm not going to say case closed, but I'm going to say there is a lot of evidence starting to pile up early. A lot of evidence piling up that is the case, and tonight will be a big test for this defense to see if that is indeed the start of the season, if that's going to be what it looks like.
It is a big test. There's no two ways about it. I'm going to go with the low-hanging fruit, as Tausch likes to call it. It's Love versus Daniels, right? They both had playoff teams last year. It is year 2 for Jaden Daniels. We saw Jordan Love have some, injury issues and some inconsistency in his second year as a starter after a bonkers final 8 games of the 2023 season. So this is a great duel of two good young quarterbacks. One still considerably younger than the other because one sat for 3 seasons, and Jaden Daniels played right away. But this is why this game is on Amazon Prime because of the quarterbacks. This isn't on Amazon Prime because of the defenses. So while my good friend Joe Witt and his defense, we'll see what they're able to do against Jordan Love. I agree with Tausch, as I often do. I'm very intrigued to see if this defense, with this weaponry that the Commanders have and a different type of quarterback than Jared Goff, can have the same type of success. Next!
Jay-Bird, you right now, you look at it, which quarterback do you want for the next 10 years? Unsportsmanlike asked this question. Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love, who are you picking?
I don't know. What's next, Jesse?
I don't know. Besides Jordan Love and Micah Parsons, which Packers player can have the biggest impact on tonight's game? Tausch?
I don't know.
Don't.
I don't know.
I would have bet $1 million at the Hard Rock Casino.
Do you have $1 million?
He was going to say, if I had $1 million, that you were going to do that. We got to get to Demovsky. I was trying to be quick. We didn't have time for that.
That's not what you were doing. Your head.
It is 100% what I was doing.
Jason or Jesse, I was so frustrated and irritated with Jason. Who can't I say and who am I?
I'll answer your question. Everybody's taking Jaden Daniels for the next 10 years because he's 1 year in as opposed to being 6 in for Jordan Love.
No, I don't think there's a lot of Packer fans that wouldn't say that. What's the question you just asked before I rudely didn't?
Besides Jordan Love and Micah Parsons, which Packers player can have the biggest impact on tonight's game?
Ooh, Josh Jacobs. This is going to be a run the ball. I think the Packers didn't love the way they ran the football. Mm-hmm. And typically what I've noticed, you get what you emphasize as a coach, or at least good teams do. And I'm sure for everybody raving about how great the effort and energy of the team was last week, I would bet that Luke Butkus and Steno and the boys up there are sitting there saying, hey, we didn't get the job done running the football. I know the second half was better, but they're going to want to, just because they can, they want to run the football more effectively. Josh Jacobs is going to want to do that. I think this is going to be a JJ game tonight. JJ game tonight.
Darian Kennard starting at right tackle, presumably, for Zach Tom. We have seen when you have a player who is so vital to your offensive line's success not play. Now, obviously, it was different in that Eagles game because Elton Jenkins was injured 4 plays in. These guys have at least had the week to get ready. But they didn't have any practices, so Darian Kennard at right tackle is my sneaky pick for the player that could have the biggest impact tonight. All right, last one, Jesse.
The Packers beat the Commanders tonight and avoid losing to Washington at Lambeau Field for the first time since 1986.
Woo!
If blank.
It's going to be easy. This is an easy one for me. Tonight will all be about if Jaden Daniels' rushing yards are limited to minimal or nothing. If he can't get out of the pocket and make plays with his feet, they're not beating the Green Bay Packers. I think the pass rush and the pressure that Jeff Hafley, Micah Parsons, Rashawn Gary, you keep going through the list, it will overwhelm them. If they don't have a somewhat of a way to neutralize that with their quarterback running the football, I think it will be a long night for Washington. And I'm not going to tip my headlines yet, but I don't know. I think he needs to have over 30 at a minimum rush yards. If he's not in that ballpark, picking up some critical third downs with his feet, they don't do that, they are not going to be able to sustain drives. And when you can't do that, you don't put up points. And when you don't put up points, pretty tough to win football games.
The Packers win if Mark Mosley misses that last-second field goal like he did in 1983 on Monday Night Football in the first game on prime time I was ever allowed to stay up to watch when I was 10, 11 years old.
Hey, Jason, I got a quick question, NFL-wise. Do you think the NFL put in their algorithm for the schedule to make sure Washington played Green Bay on September 11th like we did in September, way back, because of that post-game September 11th Washington game that was about a week and a half after that tragedy? You think there's any way that they...
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I haven't seen the NFL do anything to this point anyway. I haven't seen a replay of Chris Gizzy running out with the flag. I wrote that story... was it last year on the 20th, or a couple of years ago on the 2021, on the 20th anniversary, and Chris Gizzy was great talking about it. I mean, that still is what he's remembered for. I don't think that's the case here, but I will say this, and you know this having been on the field, one of the most powerful moments I've ever been a part of. That was really something to see and something to witness. We'll talk about that maybe a little bit later in the show. We need to get to Rob Demovsky, and we need you to tell us about Coors Light.
Well, Coors Light Brew, the three-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and cold package, so it is made to chill. And whether you're tailgating pregame, enjoying a couple after a big volleyball win, forcing you to miss work the next day, or you just want to chill, crack open that Rocky Mountain Cold Coors Light. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Rob Demovsky of ESPN.com joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison. The power of friendship has spawned a memorable baseball season in Milwaukee. When you choose to work with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the relationship is more than what feels like having a friend. Pella honors trust and commitment on your behalf, before, during, and after the sale. And with this month's incredible deal, Gina Della from Pella is here to share why you shouldn't wait to order new windows and doors.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 9/30/2025.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
UW Credit Union presents the Prep Mania Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Dennis Semrau with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
Our ESPN Madison UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Jake Buckles, Sauk Prairie High School. Jake, welcome.
Thanks for having me on here.
Man, we go way back. 4-year starter, you're going to be on offense. 3rd-year on defense, especially in football. I know basketball and track as well, but particularly football. What does it mean to you to be an Eagle?
It means a lot to me. Wearing that jersey every night, it means a lot to me. Walking out with my teammates every night, seeing the fans.
When you look back in your time, you still got your senior year, but what are you going to remember most about Sauk Prairie High School?
I think the most thing I'm going to remember is just all my football memories. Sauk's a good school and stuff like that, but I feel like I've learned the most lessons from sports. Pushing, when stuff's hard, you just, you keep trying to improve and keep trying to get better.
When it comes to your health, do you want to buy something online or do you want to meet with someone local? A local doctor with a family-owned business that cares about you. That's right, you want to meet with Nestor Rodriguez and Ashley Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. You have questions about cryotherapy, red light therapy, hormone replacement treatments, GLP-1s, or you just want to have a great workout. Carbon World Health is there for you. They have a new location in Sun Prairie, and they have their original location in Madison. So when it comes to your health, there's nowhere better to go than Carbon World Health in Madison and now in Sun Prairie.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
We're on the Badgers.
It reminds me of our 2016 year.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
I think being the underdog is a great thing for Wisconsin football. I think this could be that year.
This is 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
You see him on TV all the time. You can find him in the all-new ESPN app. And you can read him at ESPN.com and ESPNWisconsin.com. It's Rob Demovsky on Wilde and Tausch. Rob, good morning.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Just got done reading your story on ESPN.com about Jordan Love, who did not help you nearly as much as Matt LaFleur did with this story when you asked him where he thought he'd be if he'd have played right away. Who knows? Okay, thank you. I'm curious what you learned as you put together this story, because you've got a guy who played right away and was the offensive rookie of the year in the NFL going against a guy who sat for 3 years and obviously has been a very good quarterback for the Packers.
Yeah. Jason, I learned that as much as everybody at the end of 2023 around the league said the Packers this is the way to do it with quarterbacks, we all should do it this way, that no one actually does it that way. Like, it's just, they can say it all they want, but nobody does. And there's a number of reasons for it. Is most of these teams picking quarterbacks in the first round don't have a good quarterback. And the other thing is that these teams have owners that either aren't going to let a general manager pick a quarterback when they already have a quarterback, or if they do pick a quarterback in the first round, they're not going to let them sit for 3 years. That was ultimately the premise of the story when I started, because obviously Jaden Daniels played right away, but I felt compelled to sort of direct the beginning of it to the whole thing about Jordan's evolution as a leader. And we all know last offseason, right in the postseason press conference right after the playoff game, Goody and LaFleur, or one or both, said they'd like to see Jordan take that next step as a leader. And I asked LaFleur, sitting in his office, incidentally, the day of the Micah Parsons trade, I sat in his office and Brian Gutekunst's office, and neither one of them let on that the trade was basically done, even though I did ask. But anyway, I asked LaFleur, I said, what examples of Love taking on leadership have you seen? And he told the story, which was the lead of the story, in which after the very first training camp practice, he called the team together on the field, and as he often does, he goes over the good and bad from that day's practice. Here's the schedule the rest of the day. And then he typically would call a player up to break the huddle down. Well, this time he just stepped back and wanted to see what happened. And Jordan Love stepped right into the center of the huddle and took control. And he said, there we go. That's what I'm looking for.
Do you think, I thought that was, your lead was interesting too for that reason. At the same time, and look, I don't want to poo-poo Matt LaFleur's answer there, but I assume he did that expecting Jordan Love to be the one, and he'd already said in the offseason that he wanted him to be more of a leader, so he damn well better step up and do that. Do you like? And look, you've been around sports for a really long time, not just the Packers, but with the boys playing basketball and everything else. There's different coaching styles and there's different leadership styles. I don't think I'm ever going to see Jordan Love chew a guy's ass out the way I saw Aaron Rodgers do it, right? So do you think that his leadership style is still an effective one? I know you and I have not been led by him, so it's a little bit harder to answer. But every player I talk to talks about how good he is one-to-one. And I think that's really important.
Yeah, and I mean, it's probably not his personality to do it the other way, although I will, to your first point about chewing a guy out, I remember asking Josh Myers about this last year. Have you ever seen him chew anybody out publicly or privately? And he said, no, I haven't. And I said, so it's not like the previous guy. And I'll never forget Josh Myers said, well, let's see what he's like in 13 years. So, you never know. Yeah.
Rob, what was the big takeaway when you asked that question? Because Green Bay has been fortunate. Everybody asks, well, how do they keep doing it? Well, when you have a Hall of Fame quarterback and you don't have the pressure to put a young player in right away, judging by all the reports that you and Jason and everybody else had what Jordan Love looked like as a rookie and as a first-year player, he would have struggled immensely had he been thrown out there. What did LaFleur have to say if that was indeed the case?
Yeah, no, you're 100% right about that, Tausch. And they were lucky that they didn't need him to play. And the first glimpse of playing really was that Kansas City game, which LaFleur continues to say is on him. But the one thing that he said that stood out to me was that, he and Goody have talked about it over and over, that you can't play these guys until they're ready. And most people don't have the patience to do that. So, that's the overriding thing. Now, there have been guys that played right away and really, really struggled and came out of it just fine. I mean, Peyton Manning, what were they, 3-13, and he had, I think, the most interceptions for first-year quarterback or something like that in that first year starting, and he ended up okay. But it seems like more and more, that's just not the case. It just doesn't. Guys get ruined, or whatever you want to say, however you want to describe it, they just never come back the same. It's just, and that's just sort of that's the facts. Why it is. As LaFleur said to me, it's usually those guys that come into situations where there's just zero chance for success.
Well, and the talent around and the coaching.
Right.
It all kind of melds itself together. Rob, we all have talked all week already about how great the defense was and the energy that Lambeau had on Sunday. Do you think this is going to be, and you've covered the team almost as long as Jason, right? Is this going to be the first time in a while that the team is led by the defensive side of the football?
Boy, it's a little early to say that, Tausch. I mean, what year was it when Rodgers said
sounds like an I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, well, what year was it?
He didn't say I don't know and stop talking.
Rodgers said, I think it was after the opener in Chicago, hey, we've got a defense
2019. Now. Yes, sir.
2019?
Yep.
Okay, well, yeah, that defense never really held up as well as they thought. So
that was the Bears' offense too. This was a juggernaut that they shut down. So and Micah Parsons. I guess my point, Rob, is when you have Favre and Rodgers and MVPs that they are, it is always good. And that is not to say that there's been plenty of 2010 defense, 2014 defense, but it makes it that much more different. Jordan Love is not at that point yet where he is, and when you bring Micah in, who's one of the best, all of a sudden it just feels like they're going to take ownership of this team, and the offense isn't going to need to be the juggernaut that we always expect when you have a quarterback like that.
Yeah, and to that point, Tausch, I think getting back to what we were talking about earlier on about Jordan and his leadership style, I don't think Jordan cares if the defense is the best part of this team. If it's a defense, I remember the year that Amon Green had rushed for 1,800 yards. Was that 03 or 04? I can't remember which one.
03.
Jason's better at this than the years. But Favre, I remember asking Favre, is this a running led team? And he got all offended by it. I don't think Jordan Love is going to get offended or mad about the fact that this could be a defensive led team. So, I think it's very possible that that's the direction this team could go, which quite frankly, doesn't that make it easier for Jordan Love in the offense in some ways to not have to have that burden on your shoulders every single time out?
Absolutely.
No doubt about it. So, Rob, we talked, the defense has gotten all the love in this short week. Yeah. What did you think of the offense? Because this week, you probably don't know what's going to happen on the O-line. Yeah. But I thought it was choppy. There was some really good stuff early, obviously, with the third down passing and everything else. But what did you see offensively, and what do you think they're going to need to do better this week?
Yeah. Honestly, from a play distribution standpoint, it reminded me a lot of last year. Nobody has more than, 4 or 5 targets. Nobody has more than 2 or 3 catches. Josh Jacobs gets hard yards. The tight ends make plays when you need them to. So it looked a lot like last year. I mean, I guess, you probably shouldn't have expected Matthew Golden to catch 7 passes for 95 yards and a touchdown, but I'd like to see that at some point. And maybe it's not even Matthew Golden. But I just think you do need, as great as it is to have all these guys, you still need a guy. Like I firmly believe that it's a game of stars, and you've got to have someone, and not necessarily a guy that you just always depend on, which I think they got that way a little bit late in the Devontae Adams tenure. But you need a guy that is going to be your go-to guy. They have a guy on third down. Romeo Doubs a lot of times is the third down guy. They've got a red zone guy, right? A lot of times it's Tucker Kraft or whatever it is. But I still think you need a star, someone that absolutely everybody in the building knows the ball's going to, and yet you still get it to them. And I don't know that they have that quite yet.
Talking with ESPN's Rob Demovsky on a Packers game day. Packers and Commanders tonight on Amazon Prime, which is the only place you can watch it if you're in the Madison market. If you're in Milwaukee or in the Green Bay Fox cities, you'll be able to watch it on over-the-air TV. Rob, the Packers get a one-year deal done with Christian Watson. I love it when – I love the shift now, by the way, because Adam Schefter's the best in the business at it, but now we've cut through the BS, and now we just have the agent telling him and the agent being quoted in the tweet, which I love.
Right. My favorite thing about that, and this is journalism, whatever the people don't care about, but now then the other people confirm the report. Like I saw an unnamed reporter from another outlet. I have confirmed that Christian Watson has signed the deal. Well, yeah, because his agent is the one who said it. Like, you needed someone to confirm that?
Correct, yes. Old habits die hard. What I said immediately during my volleyball concession stand shift was I like this for both sides. And the thing that I thought was interesting is that there's been a segment of Packers fans who've been like, oh, this is really nice that they did this for Christian Watson so he doesn't have to feel the pressure of trying to get ready and play games and earn that contract. And my response is, as soft as I am, and God knows I am, the NFL doesn't operate that way. They don't do nice things. They did this because they believe he's going to be good after this injury, and that $13 million next year is going to be a bargain.
Right.
Right?
100%. Jason, this was always the outcome that I thought would happen, is that he would come back on a one-year deal. I did think, and Tausch can probably speak to this better than anybody because he was in maybe a similar situation with a contract here and an ACL. But the two things about it slightly surprised me. One, that they did it so early. I thought maybe he would have come back and play a few games. And two, quite frankly, I thought the price was higher than it. I thought maybe we'd be in the $8 million range, 1 year, $8 million, prove it type deal. I guess times have changed because, what Nick Perry way back when did a 1 year, $5 million deal or something like that. So I guess the cost of doing business has just gone up that much. But it just allowed, and I said this right when he got hurt, maybe even on your show or one of the shows. In some ways, it buys the Packers time to decide whether they want to do a long-term extension with him. And ultimately, this is the way it was going to happen. It's just the time and the money surprised me just a little bit.
All right.
So Rob, does this change? Do you think this affects Romeo Doubs in any way, shape, or form?
That's a great question, Tausch.
And the question I was going to ask.
My answer is no, I don't think it does. If they were going to if they had thought they were or think they're going to re-sign into a long-term deal, that 1 year deal by Christian Watson doesn't preclude them from doing it. It also protects them if they want to move on from him after the season, if they want to trade him at the trade deadline. I mean, this is just hypothetical here, but what if all their guys stay healthy, Christian Watson comes back, looks like he contributes right away, and some team, in late October or whenever the deadline is, offers you a third or fourth round pick for Doubs? Do you do it? My answer was probably no, and here's why. Because if Doubs goes on and has a good year, you're going to get probably a fourth round compensatory pick for him anyway. So I would probably just let him play the year out. And then, heck, maybe by the end of the year, God forbid, somebody does get hurt, and then you do need Romeo Doubs in the future. So to me, I wouldn't do it now. And I'm not saying that Romeo Doubs' time here is definitely done, but even if it is, you're still going to get a good compensatory pick for him.
All right. One quick one for me, and then Tausch can wrap things up. On the Romeo Doubs front, you have as good of a relationship with him as anyone, which I know isn't saying much. But look, he had two big-time plays last week, right? I mean, he's got the 20-yard catch. He's got the deep ball. What are your expectations for him this season? Because I agree with you, and I've said this multiple times. I just don't think they maybe forgive him for that thing last year, but they don't forget. And I think he's a good player. He's a different guy, but I think he's a good player.
Yeah, I agree with that. He's really good at everything. I don't know that he's great at anything. A lot like their whole receiving core, right? Like we talked about right off the top. They've got a lot of really good players. Do they have a great one? He catches the ball pretty well, but occasionally will have a bad drop. he gets open most of the time, but he's not a burner. His route running's usually really good, but every once in a while he's in the wrong spot, right? I mean, that's just that's sort of the way he is. And as a team, you sort of have to decide, okay, well, what do we do with that? And I'm not sure from week to week they know, which is why some games he does have, 7 for 105 and a touchdown, and other games he has 2 for 40 or whatever the case may be.
All right, Rob, as you're going on and going to go about your business, the game is on Amazon tonight.
Yep.
What are your top 3 streaming services? Because I don't want to lead you here.
Yeah. Okay.
Give me your top 3 streaming services you use.
You and Jessica are huge streamers too.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we don't watch much live television anymore.
Other than ESPN.
I would say some of my favorite shows are on Apple TV.
Okay.
But I watch the quantity is probably higher on Netflix, so I'll probably put that second.
Right.
And then this is maybe off the radar a little bit, but I've got to throw Peacock in there for 2 reasons. One was that last year they started doing a bunch of Big Ten basketball games, and I wanted to watch them. There were several Badger games that I wanted to watch, and they also do a couple of the golf majors where the extended coverage is on Peacock. Now, I will preface this all by saying, because I'm an ESPN Walt Disney employee, I do not have to pay for ESPN, Disney, or Hulu. As a college basketball junkie, there's nothing better than ESPN Plus, where on a Tuesday night, I can watch Akron play Toledo, or on a Wednesday night, I can watch Stony Brook play Delaware. I love that stuff. So for college basketball, mid-major, low-major, I love ESPN Plus streaming service.
Just wait. So as an ESPN employee, you get your Disney. Everything is on the house.
Completely
Kudos
free
to you. You get
And
Disney
free
trips
Disney
then,
tickets.
too? You get to go down to Orlando or not?
Everyone says the greatest perk, especially if you have kids, as an ESPN employee, is free Disney admission. I've been there 13 years, and this past spring was the very first time I ever stepped foot in a Disney park as a Disney employee. And I don't know the next time I'll go back, but I had to do it.
Okay. All right. So Rob Demovsky's power ranking, it sounds like it's Disney 1,
because it's free.
Netflix 2,
No,
and
Apple
Peacock
TV.
3?
I went Apple TV, Netflix, Peacock, and then ESPN above, just on a separate tab.
I think we all can agree ESPN Plus is not, that's exempt from the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's the best. All right, Rob. We'll see you at the game tonight. Thanks.
All right. Have a great day, guys. We'll be seeing you.
That is ESPN and Disney employee Rob Demovsky on Wilde and Tausch. We need to play trivia next. Jesse, what's today's category? What caller do you want?
All the great things you get on ESPN Plus and Disney Plus. No. It is Thursday Night Lights. The Packers playing on Thursday Night Football. Questions about some of their historic all-time games on Thursday Night Football.
I'm intrigued by the category. We will find out together when we get caller 15, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. Wisconsin-Alabama, a massive test before Big Ten play begins. Former Badger safety Sojourn Shelton recalling his experience when Bucky faced the Tide in 2015. Shelton sharing his takeaways during the jump around, a Badger-dedicated show.
You know what a national championship team looked like. You know, when you see teams like, USC back then, Texas back then, those are the teams that were winning the national championship. To be able to go against a national championship team and kind of stack and see where you're at against them is always the perfect opportunity.
Catch this full interview on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin honors trust and commitment on your behalf before, during, and after the sale.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. PellaWI.com.
Former basketball legend Shaquille O'Neal is DJ Diesel, and he's coming to the Sylvia on Friday, September 19th. Catch Shaq and his Base All-Stars live. Tickets on sale now at Sylvie.com. Don't miss your chance to see Shaq, DJ Diesel live in Madison on September 19th.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
From the biggest stars to the greatest moments, Behind the Bucks is Bucks history like you've never heard it before. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. Jim Rutledge here. What is a better buying experience? Well, that's the thing. You get to define it. It is the experience that is customized to you. What experience do you want at a car dealership? They can be your trusted friend or your trusted expert. So if you're in the market for a new or new-to-you Silverado, Colorado, Blazer, Trailblazer, remember, you're only minutes away from a better buying experience. And that's at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Gruber Law Offices will fight for the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
When it comes to your career, most companies want you to be interested in them. At Northwestern Mutual, their mutual interest is you. That's why they listen to your career goals, plan the steps to get there, and work side by side all along the way. To learn more about career opportunities, search for Northwestern Mutual Southern Wisconsin online or call 608-836-3080. That's 608-836-3080. The Northwestern Mutual Life Insurance Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
We're on the Badgers.
Team's in a good spot. Culture's in a really good spot.
Because we're on Wisconsin Sports.
And now it's just about, hey, can you get back to that bowl game and hopefully get one or two of those marquee ones.
This is 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
Thanks as always to Rob Demovsky. Time now for Wilde and Tausch Trivia presented by Cousin Subs.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is presented by Cousin Subs. Crispy chicken tenders are now available at Cousin Subs. Order today in store at cousinsubs.com or with the Cousins app. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
We welcome in our contestant. It is JJ in Dodgeville. JJ, good morning. How are you, buddy? JJ? Jesse?
I got him on. I don't know.
JJ.
Oh,
JJ.
There he is.
There he is.
I'm here. All right. Guys, how are you doing?
We don't have any time for small talk anymore. You used that up by not being able to be heard. So let's go. Question number one is this.
Bye.
No, not bye. Stay there. You still need to answer the questions. Thursday Night Lights is the category.
He said fine, Jason.
Okay.
Fine.
Question one is this.
a lot of tension between you two already here.
It's not. I love JJ. Appreciate his loyalty to the show. We got a jam-packed show. It's a
I
game
feel
day.
like
I'm just
Tausch.
trying to keep it moving.
Yeah, rough on him. Okay. Hey, JJ, which Packers tight end caught a Hail Mary pass from Aaron Rodgers to walk off the Detroit Lions on Thursday Night Football in 2016? Is it Jared Cook, Richard Rodgers, or Big Play Bubba?
Richard Rodgers.
Yes, sir.
Question 2, JJ. Signed off the Cardinals practice squad just a few weeks prior, which Packers player intercepted Kyler Murray in the end zone in the final seconds of the game to win it for Green Bay and give Arizona its first loss after starting 7-0 in 2021? Was that player Chandon Sullivan, Devondre Campbell, or Rasul Douglas?
Rasul Douglas.
Well done, 2 for 2.
What a great
question
pickup by
3.
Goody.
Question
What a great
3.
pickup by Goody.
Question 3, JJ. It was a great pickup off the practice squad of the Arizona Cardinals. Question 3, JJ. The Packers defeated the Bears 35-14 on Thursday Night Football in Week 4 of the 2017 season. Which journeyman quarterback started the game for the Bears, his final start in Chicago, before being benched in favor of rookie Mitchell Trubisky for the rest of the season? Was that veteran journeyman backup quarterback Brian Hoyer, Mike Glennon, or Matt Barkley?
Brian Hoyer.
That is not an easy question. Mike Glennon.
darn.
Gosh darn it, the heck anyway. Mike Glennon, the correct answer. JJ, you got 2 out of 3. That means you got 3 of the possible 4 entries in tomorrow's drawing. We appreciate your loyalty to the show, and we appreciate you playing. Have a good one, buddy.
You bet. You guys too. I love you. I love you guys.
That is Wilde and Tausch trivia.
JJ. That's JJ.
Came out to see us at Pizza Hut in Platteville when we were out there.
Yeah, what a
last
guy.
month.
I thought you were being a little rough on JJ to start. That's why I interjected.
I appreciate you interjecting. We kick off the 10 o'clock hour in 2 minutes. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Free Food Friday on ESPN Madison is brought to you by Vintage Brewing Company. Whether you're looking to get carry-out, delivery, or dine-in, Vintage Brewing has lots of great options on their menu. Vintage Brewing Company prides themselves on being a great place to hang out and enjoy classic Midwestern hospitality. Vintage Brewing Company has multiple award-winning beers, so be sure to try one the next time you're in. Head to vintagebrewingcompany.com to make a reservation today. That's vintagebrewingcompany.com.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlake Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out, 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. Thursday night football at Lambeau Field tonight, kicking off week 2 of the NFL season. The Green Bay Packers play host to the Washington Commanders. Star-studded matchup featuring 2 of the best young quarterbacks in the league in Jaden Daniels and Jordan Love. Kickoff is set for 7:15. Televised streaming exclusively in Madison on Amazon Prime. In Milwaukee and Green Bay, the game is available on over-the-air television, not in Madison. So if you don't have Amazon Prime, either subscribe right now or call a friend or a family member or your favorite local establishment and make sure they're going to have the game on tonight. Kickoff is set for 7:15. The Packers listed as 3.5-point favorites according to ESPN Bet. All you need to get set for the game all day long right here on 100.5 ESPN. Wilde and Tausch until noon. Rich Eisen Show from noon to 2. Jim, Matt, and Molly streaming exclusively on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel from noon to 2. Kyle Brust and Nortman 2 to 4. And then from the shadows of Lambeau Field, Green Bay Game Day from 4 o'clock till kickoff.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch with the entire Unsportsmanlike crew scheduled to appear. I know we had some technical issues earlier in the day. They're scheduled to join us at 10:30. So let's get going with the prize picks of the week.
Let's win some money, friends. There's Rob, sorry. Real projections courtesy of Prize Picks. You can download the app today. Use code WI. Play $5, get $50 instantly. These are real projections for tonight's game. Jaden Daniels we're going to start with. This is one I'm curious about and how the Packers are going to defend him. More or less than 45.5 rushing yards for Washington quarterback Jaden Daniels. What do you like there, old T?
I would think it's going to be less. That, to me, as I said in the keys to the game, that will be the difference in tonight's game. If the green and gold preview, correct. Sorry, I know Jason was going to correct me there.
I was not.
That's the key.
I just corrected you on whether it's going to correct you or not, though.
Every dog gets his day. That, to me, is the storyline of the game and going to be the difference maker when you take turnovers out of the equation. And I think they'll go less. Micah Parsons, his quote was awesome. Basically, he can run, but so can I type of deal. And he is a lion chasing down a gazelle. It will be a
He's
fun
chasing a
matchup
commander,
to see
though.
How Jeff Hafley keeps that all in play. But the difference in why I am not as worried about running quarterbacks as I have been in the past, Coop. Coop is he is something else now. So there's layers to this, and our linebackers can run with Jaden Daniels, and that's why I'm taking less on the yardage rushed by JD.
I agree with Tausch. Next
up, Jordan Love, more or less than 226.5 passing yards. He was way under on Sunday against the Lions.
Yeah, I'm going less again. This is a defensive-led football team.
I've heard that.
This is a group that it's not going to be about, The other thing is, we saw one big play to Dobbs. Where's the big yardage going to come? I think Matt LaFleur is going to look at this game, especially if there's some issues on the O-line. Let's just play smart here. We don't have to set records on the offensive side. We can work our way through. Let everybody kind of get a beat. The thumb looked fine. The receivers, guys that missed a lot of camp. This is a JJ game to me. So I'm going to go less.
JJ in Dodgeville?
No, you were too rude to him. You're a lot nicer to JJ Josh Jacobs than JJ and Dodge.
I was not. Rude is so over the top inaccurate.
Jesse, how would you describe his interactions with JJ there?
Brief.
Thank you.
Okay.
Perfect. Yes. Expedited would be the word I would use.
Transactionary.
Transactional. Okay. I agree with Tausch again. I would go fewer passing yards for Jordan Love. How many 300-yard passing games will he have this season?
I would set the number at 3.5, and I'd take less.
Yeah, I 3 for 3. I agree with Tausch on that too. Jesse, what's next?
Next up in our prize picks of the week, Romeo Doubs. This was a big winner for us last week.
It was.
Romeo Doubs, more or less than 41.5 receiving yards. Still not that many. He went over 36.5 last week. Tausch?
Yeah, I'd say more. It doesn't take a ton, and Romeo is right now I guess he'd be the 1A as far as the receiving corps goes for Jordan Love. So, yeah, I'm going to go more.
I'm going to go less. First disagreements.
Good.
I thought last week it was easy pickings on that. I did not expect the 48-yarder, but I expected him to have one big-ish play, which he had, of 20 yards. I figured he'd have another catch or two to get him over. He got that all in one fell swoop with that 48-yarder. I just think it's going to be somebody different every week. And I think that this will be the week where maybe he's not quite as productive and he stays under that number. Next!
Receptions is always a tricky category on prize picks because it kind of depends how the game's going. Matthew Golden, more or less than 3 receptions tonight. He had 2, I believe, on Sunday.
I like more. I think you watched, you saw his explosiveness, and you saw, I don't know how many targets he had last week, but you just feel like it's going to go a little bit more. I don't think by a ton. I would probably steer clear on this one. This isn't one I love, but since you're forcing me, and I'm not going to say the Jason Wilde, I don't know, I will say more, but I don't have strong conviction about it.
I don't know. I'm with Tausch. I don't have strong conviction either. I would steer clear of this one if I were you, Jesse.
Last one, we're going back to this well. Brandon McManus and Matt Gay, the 2 kickers, more or less than 50.5 yards, longest made field goal. So do they make from 51 or longer, or is everything shorter than that tonight, Tausch?
No, I'll say more again. I think last week it didn't happen. Kicking at 51-yard field goals used to be like, oh, my God, what a kick. Now we got a guy kicking a 60-yard game winner, and he's like, no big deal. 60's the new 50. 70's the old 60. So I don't think this is that big a deal. You get them they're going to give them these guys opportunities. It used to be, 54 yards, we'll punt because we want to keep it. Now it's, 54. 50's the 40, 60's the 50, 70's the 60. I'm going more.
What's the 20?
I don't even have them anymore.
Yeah, you just go for it.
Got rid of them.
Yeah. I'll join that club, as Homer likes to say. They did not. We would not have won on this last week. We would have lost.
Jesse, where is that under? Is that under popular, or what is that under? Which prize picks?
You got to scroll.
Put my prize picks in right now.
Yeah, you got to scroll a little bit to the right. Under all the different categories on the NFL tab, but longest made field goal is, I believe, what it's labeled as.
Field goal yards combo?
Nope, that's different, because that's how many combined field goals they make in the yardage of it.
Okay.
That's a tricky
field
one.
Goals made. Oh, longest made field goals. Okay. I see that now.
There it is.
I'm hitting more. Just for the record, look at it. I'm hitting more.
All right.
Everybody's got your sensitive information. While you're hitting more, could you also tell us more about prize picks?
I certainly can. You and we make decisions every day on prize picks. You know what's great? Being right. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on prize picks, where it is good to be right. And it's simple to play. Go more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. Get your picks right and cash in. I just gave you mine. So, Jesse, here's what I'm going to do. Travis Kelce, more. And I'm going to go tonight. I'm going Jaden Daniels less. What was the yardage?
43.5? 45.5 yards, rushing yards.
Okay, 45.5. I'm going less. I'm going less on Jordan Love pass yards. And I'm going to go more on the field goals with McManus and I don't know whatever the kicker's name for Washington. That's what I'm going to do tonight. And I'm going to have fun watching that. Prize Picks, and I'm hoping I'm going to be right. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. It is the best way to cash in during football. And you know what? Make your opinions. You feel strong about them. Jason, I think Jesse agreed on this. Doesn't mean we're going to be right, but if we are, we will get paid. Download the app today. Use code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That is code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Man, it is good to be right.
Oh, well, ad-lib there. Man, it sure is. The Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week are next, so stay tuned. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Grassland Butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Hello, I'm John Hayes, the owner of Goodman's Jewelers. It's been my pleasure to serve this community from this incredible store for over 4 decades. We stand upon high standards and classic traditions, pillars like honesty and integrity. Stop into Goodman's Jewelers, the longest-standing full-service jewelry store in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Brian here from Canty Wealth Management. At Canty, we create strategies that are tailored to your needs and goals. We've invested heavily in client-friendly software so your assets and plan progress are available to view in one place at any time. Whether you prefer only the high-level information or enjoy the intricate details of the planning process, we've got you covered. Canty Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's a promise. Go to canopy-wealth.com to get started today. That's canopy-wealth.com.
Coors Light presents To Chill or Not to Chill. When your friend skips your favorite song on the playlist. End the friendship. Or choose chill because that song lives rent-free in your head anyway. And you planned ahead by bringing Coors Light to the party. And the sound of that ice-cold can cracking open was music to your ears already. Coors Light. Choose chill. Celebrate responsibly. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
Well, you and I, we make decisions every day, but on Prize Picks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on Prize Picks, where it's good to be right. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and if you get your picks right, you can cash in. Prize Picks puts their users first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Prize Picks offers Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more for quick and easy deposits into your account this football season. Prize Picks also offers injury reboots. If one of your players leaves the game in the first half and doesn't return, Prize Picks won't count it as a loss. Prize Picks is the best way to cash in this football season. Which players are going to go off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching sports. Join millions of users and sign up today. Download the app, use code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Come see what the buzz is all about at Madison Axe, Madison's state-of-the-art entertainment spot. Enjoy 8 lanes of axe throwing, interactive games, plus digital target projection and scoring. For even more fun, check out their indoor backyard with 2,000 square feet of shuffleboard, cornhole, yard games, bar table games, and more. Perfect for date night, groups, corporate meetings, or private events. Madison Axe is your destination for all things fun. Throw it, nail it, celebrate. Go to MadisonAxe.com or head to their location on Stoughton Road today.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Take my heart, don't break it. Love me to my bones. Oh,
it's time for the Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week.
Don't sleep, you gotta stay up.
Hey there, sleepyhead. Wakey, wakey. Okay, campers, rise and shine. It's time for the Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week on Wilde and Tausch.
It is time for the Steinhoffel Sleepers of the Week. And the 565 Analytics Collective, a group that is clearly unbiased, selected Mark Tauscher as last week's winner.
Wow, you didn't honestly think you had a chance at all when my guy made a pick, did you?
Let's see who Tausch picks as his winner this week.
It was over when he had
Does that
the
mean
pick.
he did?
It was
you didn't
over.
Think you didn't think you won last week, did you?
Dobbs,
like, there's some weeks that there's like a little bit of maybe, but that last week wasn't it.
Dobbs
right?
didn't even have a touchdown last week.
Who's your pick this week?
You thought Dobbs? You thought the number one guy would be the sleeper? With no tutters? Oh, come on now. That's cute. That's really cute. I think I'm going to stick on the defensive side of the football because I don't know if you've heard. It's a defensive-driven football team, and it will drive the bus. Josh Jacobs, I think, is going to steal the show tonight and have a big boy game. And he obviously is not eligible from a Steinhoffel standpoint. So I think the guy everybody has been raving about, not Micah Parsons, but who Micah Parsons has been raving about, is going to get a little jolt. And with Micah still not playing his full amount of snaps, there's a young man from Iowa who I think is going to make a big boy play, maybe have a sack or something, but also maybe create a turnover. Lucas Van Ness is my Steinhoffel Sleeper of the Week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jesse, who are you taking?
Many of the same reasons Tausch just stated, but someone else on defense who we saw a little bit more from last week, and I loved it. Quay Walker is my Steinhoffel Sleeper of the Week. Hoping for a big play, potential turnover type play for Quay Walker in tonight's game.
He had been he would have estimated as having missed practice earlier in the week, but happy to report he is off the injury report and he will play. Micah Parsons still remains listed as questionable, just like the offensive linemen do, which is one of the reasons why I still think the injury report is bogus. All right, my pick is Dontavion Wicks. Dontavion Wicks.
Good pick. That's a good pick.
We will see if he is able to deliver some productivity and maybe get a touchdown, which would certainly help his chances of being selected as the winning Steinhoffel Sleeper of the Week. Or maybe he'll get an interception. September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and Steinhoffels has teamed up with Special Spaces Wisconsin to do something really special. Here's how easy it is. Just stop by Steinhoffels this month and test rest any mattress. When you do, you'll get a $20 restaurant gift card, so dinner's on Steinhoffels. And Steinhoffels will donate $20 to Special Spaces Wisconsin. So if 100 people come in, it's $2,000 to Special Spaces Wisconsin. Plus, they got the field goal thing going. And, I mean, it's just such a great cause, and I love that Steinhoffels continues to support Special Spaces Wisconsin. They're an incredible group that creates dream bedrooms for kids battling cancer. So swing by Steinhoffels this September, take a test rest, enjoy a night out, and help make a child's dream bedroom come true. The gang from Unsportsmanlike is scheduled to appear. Hopefully. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Oh no, there's only seltzer left, and it's passionberry almond fruit? Who comes up with these? Kick the aluminum can to the curb and mix up a cocktail you actually want with Tito's. It tastes great, it's gluten-free, and it's available in a variety of sizes for your convenience. The flavor abilities are endless. Tito's Handmade Vodka, the official spirit of whatever you want to drink. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
The power of friendship has spawned a memorable baseball season in Milwaukee. When you choose to work with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the relationship is more than what feels like having a friend. Pella honors trust and commitment on your behalf, before, during, and after the sale. And with this month's incredible deal, Gina Della from Pella is here to share why you shouldn't wait to order new windows and doors.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 9/30/2025.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability, making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Wisconsin icon.
It's all about the Badgers.
The dawn of the Wisconsin Badgers.
We did it better than everybody for 20-some years.
Joined by 2 of his football legends.
I like all of them, except for quarterback.
I like defensive ends.
Hey,
I really like defensive ends.
Someone didn't like kickers at one point.
The Barry Alvarez Show with Barry Alvarez, Tarek Saleh, Derek Engler, and Jesse Nelson. Live from Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton every Monday night. Right here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
When it comes to your health, do you want to buy something online or do you want to meet with someone local? A local doctor with a family-owned business that cares about you. That's right. You want to meet with Nestor Rodriguez and Ashley Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. You have questions about cryotherapy, red light therapy, hormone replacement treatments, GLP-1s, or you just want to have a great workout. Carbon World Health is there for you. They have a new location in Sun Prairie, and they have their original location in Madison. So when it comes to your health, there's nowhere better to go than Carbon World Health in Madison and now in Sun Prairie.
It is Alabama week. Hey Badgers fans, you don't want to miss this week's Wisconsin College Game Day post-game show with Jesse Nelson and myself, Corey Sparks. We will be live from Monk's Bar and Grill in Middleton this week. Listen live after the final whistle to our immediate response and give your input on the Wisconsin Badgers Week 3 performance. We'll highlight players of the game, the drive of the game, and main storylines after the first quarter of the season. It's ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day, brewed by Coors Light on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Get out this summer and experience Road America, America's national park of speed. Located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake, Road America is home to the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn circuit that's hosted the world's best since 1955. Camp on site all weekend, enjoy state fair-style food, and bring the family. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult. Don't miss Arian's Art on Wheels, September 12th through the 14th. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets now at roadamerica.com.
We're on the Badgers.
The schedule, as we all know, it's very challenging, daunting, however you want to describe it.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
He wants guys who want to jump at the opportunity to play against a schedule like that.
This is 100.5 ESPN and Wisconsin On Demand.
Let's make tonight the weekend. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait. Got no reason not to celebrate. Baby, I just don't want.
Wilde and Tausch rolls on, and it's a special Thursday. Not just because there's Thursday night football at Lambeau Field, but our friends from Unsportsmanlike are in the house, or at least some of them are, or at least some of them are going to be on the program. Joining us now from
We're here.
The Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studios. Canty, I knew you were there. I never had a doubt about you. The others.
I'm always going to be on call.
Listen, Wilde, you know I'm always going to be on Coughlin time, right? So if you're not 5 minutes early, you're late, right? It's $500 per minute. After 5 minutes, it's a missed meeting. It's $20,000. So you knew I wasn't going to be late. Now those other two, I mean, I can't guarantee.
Those other two.
I didn't want to be on, to be honest with you. Just saying.
Oh, funny. The feeling is mutual. That's interesting.
I'll
leave, Tausch.
Before we get into it,
it's that guy.
Since Chris was nice enough to be here on time, I did have a question for him. You played, help me out here, 4 years in Dallas, 4 with the Giants, and 3 with the Ravens?
That is correct, sir.
Okay, so we know that we converted Michelle to her Packers fandom after the Rams abandoned her in St. Louis. When it comes to a team that, and we know Evan's going to root for whoever Bill Belichick is coaching and whoever Tom Brady is quarterbacking, what's your team nowadays, Chris?
I get to claim any team that gave me a W-2. That's my philosophy.
Tausch, would you do the same?
Very
Tausch,
good.
Wait, this is interesting. Tausch, would you, if you played for another team, would you do the same?
Yeah.
Like, instead of playing the decade you played for the Packers, let's say you did 5 for the Packers and 5 for the. Let's do Balaga. You did 5 for the Packers and and 5 for the Chargers. Who would you root for?
I would wherever. I think if it was 5 and 5, I'd go both. But if it was 10 and 1, I would go with 10. I don't think.
You don't think Jeff Saturday's a Packers fan?
Yeah, something like that. He's got. I think you'd go with where you won your championships. I would have guessed that Chris would have said Baltimore and New York, and then the Cowboys was just kind of the fun, beginning of it. But yeah, I would agree with Canty. If you can obviously claim whoever was paying you, you could be a part of that if it kind of fits what you want to do.
So, Michelle,
yeah, I mean, listen, it's convenient for me. I get to claim whoever's on top. And right now, I'm more of a Ravens fan than anybody else, just because the Cowboys and the Giants ain't giving us a hell of a lot to root for.
So I have no idea how I'm going to disperse and point guard this portion of the program with this many people on it, but I'm going to do my best. Michelle, I would start with you. You have been now to Lambeau before, so it's old hat for you as a Packers fan. What are you excited about tonight, though?
Well, I'm excited to see the Packers continue from their performance in week 1. Like, of course, I'm excited to go to Lambeau. As CC always says, it's hallowed ground. You know how special it is to be there, the energy that the crowd is going to have tonight. And as a new Packer backer, it's always awesome for me to be there and continue my fandom. But seeing what the Packers did in a complete win in week 1, not only against any opponent, but against the Detroit Lions, the team that was not only the king of the North last year, but the most dynamic offense in football. Seeing what the Packers defense did to that unit was so encouraging. And a lot of people are thinking that it could be Packers Commanders or Packers Eagles. These are 2 of the potentially 3 teams that are going to be in the mix for the NFC that we could see in the NFC Championship game. So seeing how they fare again in week 2 versus the Commanders, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to no traffic on the way there and no traffic on the way home. It's really the key for everything tonight, and obviously great football once we're there. But I think the idea of the Packers playing a huge game and the fans realizing, all of the amazing Packers fans realizing how great that team is and us experiencing how great the fans think that team is what I would be looking forward to tonight. CC?
Yeah, tonight
What are you interrupting me?
I didn't know you were running the show. Let me step back. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, damn right.
Don't be so sensitive.
I mean, J-Dub, Tausch, can I actually talk? Or
Yeah,
do you want me to
absolutely.
ignore Evan Cohen like I typically do?
Unlike on your show, Chris, you have the floor. You can talk as much as you want.
That's a great point. Yeah, Evan's always cutting me off. But no, I'm looking forward to seeing that defense up close and personal, whether or not it's legit. That's what I want to see. Like, as dominant as they were in week 1 against the Detroit Lions, it caught me by surprise. I did not expect that from Micah. I did not expect that from the team. They overwhelmed the Detroit Lions with energy and physicality, and those are calling cards for the Detroit Lions in the Dan Campbell era of that franchise. And so if they're capable of doing that week 1, when the Detroit Lions, coming off of a season when they went undefeated in the division, I'm excited to see what the encore is for this Packers team on a short week against what is the most dynamic quarterback in the conference.
Yeah, Chris, you just said dynamic, and that's what, from a D lineman standpoint, and Micah Parsons has made some comments. Jared Goff, in essence, is a statue, right? Like, he is going to get to his spot, the ball's coming out. Jaden Daniels causes a lot of other things that you have to think about. How, as a D lineman, how do you approach that? Because you don't want to take away that downhill attack mode, but you realize you can't let him get outside the pocket. That's where he's going to do a bunch of damage. But he's really good in the pocket. What do you think Green Bay? How do you think Green Bay is going to approach that tonight?
I think that should be the biggest concern for Packers fans going into tonight's game. Can your pass rush be tied together on a string? Can you make sure that you're gapped out when it comes to your pass rush lanes? Here's the thing that people don't realize about pass rush. It takes all four guys rushing the quarterback for the one guy to get the sack. I mean, Big Dog, you know this because you've spent a lot of your career trying to defend against this, but it has to take those guys being in the right positions in order for the one guy to take advantage of his matchup in order to get the sack. You got to keep the quarterback caged in the pocket. You can't let him out. You can't let him escape from where the pressure is coming from. And with Micah Parsons, he's had a lot of success from an individual production standpoint against Jaden Daniels. But that was with the Dallas Cowboys, guys that he spent 4 years working with in terms of developing rapport and chemistry, rushing the quarterback. This is going to be different tonight because he literally just showed up to Green Bay a couple of weeks ago. Are they going to be tied together enough to keep Jaden Daniels in the pocket, to be able to apply pressure on him, not let him escape, not have those second reaction plays where they get huge explosives in the passing game downfield?
I was just going to let
Tausch,
Chris
that's where
keep
you
talking.
talk. That's I think what Tausch talks.
I'm not going to sit here
respond
and just
from the
grab
other
the
side of
whole
the ball.
thing.
I think we must be
Evan,
on a
what do
delay,
you
or
have?
Tausch is just
Evan,
moving unbelievably slowly tonight.
Okay.
Yeah?
Great. Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. So, Jaden Daniels. I am intrigued by this because you guys, again, you always have the national perspective that we sometimes or frequently lack. Do most people think that Jaden Daniels is far and away better than Jordan Love? Is that the prevailing national opinion? Is there a big gap in the national view of those two quarterbacks?
I don't know if I would say it's a huge gap, but I think the prevailing sense is that a guy in his rookie season who took a 4-win Washington team to the Final Four, again, in his first year, they think that he is, as we just did a panel, and CeCe very beautifully illustrated how different Jaden Daniels is than everybody else and how the trajectory that he is on, you can't compare any of these other young quarterbacks to him. So I would say, I don't know if you guys agree, but from a national perspective, I think if we were ranking it, most people would put Jaden Daniels above Jordan Love while acknowledging that Jordan Love is really good. They just need to see it more consistently.
I think if you were to do it this way, guys, if you were to say, let's power rank, CeCe does it every Tuesday, 6 a.m. here on ESPN Wisconsin.
What a plug.
Look at that.
If you were to power rank each season, combine the seasons that they both have had, Jordan Love and Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels' season last year is greater than any season that Jordan Love has had. Right? Jason, Mark, would you agree with that?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
He had a great year last year, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So the sample size is only 1 year. And that sample was so unbelievable that I think that's why people look at Jaden Daniels above Jordan Love. Now, that said, if it flip-flops, sure. Like, that's not something that's, like, wild to think. Nobody's going to sit here and say it's going to flip-flop with Spencer Rattler. We're saying it's going to flip-flop with Jordan Love and Jaden Daniels. And I think that's why we're here. This is such a big game tonight, and it's such a big deal that I think that these two quarterbacks, both are top 5, top 10 caliber quarterbacks when things are right for them.
So, Evco, we have been on the let your young quarterback sit. I don't think they should play in the first year. We've seen the success, Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love. We've seen this movie, Patrick Mahomes. But then Jaden Daniels pretty much, to our hypothesis, says, you don't know what you're doing. You saw what he did.
Yeah.
Is it just that he's such a unicorn? Or how do we explain that? Because I still believe that is the right way to bring a quarterback into this league.
I agree with you, Tausch, and I'm going to refer to something that Cece said upstairs at this this get-together we just had here with some of the great fans and partners of Unsportsmanlike and ESPN Wisconsin. That was in between Gabe Neitzel for some reason breaking down the shift in baseball, which put everybody to sleep. But anyway, what Cece said is don't compare any young quarterback ever to Jaden Daniels. So two things, Cece, can be true. Well, the way Tausch and I believe that to be the case, and Jaden Daniels is just different than everyone else ever.
Yeah, here's the thing. I disagree with that take. I think the best way to get better at football is by playing football, right? And it's a lot less about the quarterback being ready to go and a lot more about the roster around him being ready to go, right? Like, I mean, Trey Lance sat for the San Francisco 49ers his rookie year. How'd that turn out?
Mm-hmm.
Can't play dead.
And they had a good roster.
Yeah, and they had a good roster. Now, conversely, when you look at Dak Prescott, he wasn't supposed to play,
right,
but ends up being the week 1 starter as a 4th-round draft pick. And even though he really wasn't the bus driver his rookie year, the team around him was good enough where he could actually excel doing some of the things that he excelled at. Same thing with Russell Wilson taking over for the Seattle Seahawks. They actually signed a guy, Matt Flynn, from the Green Bay Packers to be their starting quarterback, and they realized the guy they drafted in the 3rd round was better.
Yep.
So there are plenty of examples throughout the NFL. Oh, well, we've got a guy, and we don't know if we want to play him early or not. We think it's better to sit him. Why? I don't think it makes sense. Like, I understand people saying, well, you got to wait until the kid is ready. Well, I likened it earlier this week to having a kid. Like, you can do all of the classroom work, but nothing can prepare you once the kid gets here. Once you give birth and have the kid, it's like, oh, all of a sudden now I've got to learn on the job. That's playing NFL quarterback. It's a lot of on-the-job training, and the only way you're going to get good at it is by actually doing it.
Speaking of kids, Tausch, you thoroughly enjoyed on Saturday when we were at dinner my kids going after me, because Smalls and Cece have never seen this happen, and you witnessed it for the first time. Would you like to, because they're dying to hear someone put me in my place in my own life like this. Would you like to explain what happened?
Yeah, I was a little surprised because your on-air persona is, very bold. You're very bold. But your son was giving you grief on pretty much everything, and you love a good debate. You want to stir conversation. And when he came at you, you kind of cowered. Is that you say that's a fair assessment of what we saw at the Tornado Room?
I would say that. My son also came at you for some
why?
reason, which I thought was very dumb. I don't know. I have no idea.
Wonder where he
I did not
learned
think
that
that was the
from.
right move. But yeah. What?
Like father, like son.
You go after Tausch all the
anyway,
time.
No, I back down. Well, he doesn't hear. What do you think, Jason? In school, he's streaming Wilde and Tausch in New York.
He should be.
I'm sure he's got the ESPN Wisconsin app.
He's a podcast guy.
Yeah, later. Podcast, after school.
Yeah, he put me in my place. Not going to lie about that. All right.
Cece, is it true that you don't get to talk enough on your actual show? Because I have a bunch more questions for you. So if you want to make up for that.
Yeah, I'm always about getting the ball and putting up shots. I'm a volume shooter, as you all may well know. But it just so happens that I have a point guard that doesn't want to pass me the ball. So that's what I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis.
Without the accuracy.
Something like that.
All right, well, good. Then I'm going to be a point guard and I'm going to feed my shooter. All right, first one I have for you. Tausch is convinced. Tausch, tell me if I'm misquoting you, as you always want me to be accurate. Tausch is convinced that the Green Bay Packers in 2025 are going to be a defense-led team. Do you see this defense being good enough to fulfill Tausch's expectation for the Green Bay Packers?
Yes. And so we're clear, the expectation is winning a Super Bowl, period. Mm-hmm. They are one of the 3 teams in the NFL where there genuinely is no other definition for success for 2025. It's the Kansas City Chiefs, it's the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Green Bay Packers. Winning a championship is the only way you can call it a successful season. Everything else is a failure.
And Canty, that's all because of the Micah Parsons pickup, correct?
Yes, that is correct. You don't dole out the kind of contract that you did and give up the kind of assets that you did in order to come close. You do that because you're pot committed to winning a championship. You believe you have a roster that's good enough, and Micah Parsons is the finishing piece. You're paying him quarterback money. You got 2 guys on your roster that you're paying quarterback money to, elite quarterback money. Your pass rusher and your quarterback. That means that your team is supposed to compete and win championships.
Hey, Smalls, if Green Bay does get there, will it be because Micah Parsons has made this defense that much better, or is it because Jordan Love has been consistent, if you had to pick one, has been consistent and is an MVP candidate?
Ooh, that's tough because I think the answer is yes to both. But if I had to choose one, even though Micah Parsons is obviously an incredible addition to this defense, they were a strong unit prior. I mean, he adds a different depth. He adds versatility in a really severe way. But coming into the season before the Micah addition, we said we need to see that next gear from Jordan Love. We need him to take that next step. We need him to limit the turnovers. We need to see him be consistent. And if he doesn't do that, even though we say it could be a defensive-led team, I don't know how far they'll go. So I would say it has to be more of Jordan Love than the defense.
Oh, okay. And lastly for me, guys, both for Canty and Smalls, because we don't want Evan talking anymore, most annoying thing about Evan Cohen, Michelle, especially on the travel side, we saw you guys blogging this yesterday. What annoys you most about Evan Cohen?
Blogging it?
Oh, gosh. How to narrow it down to one thing. This is a difficult task. You know what Evan does a lot is he constantly tells you how much he's eating. He's like, oh, man, I can't stop eating. I can't stop eating. I'm like, well, just stop. Just stop. And you don't have to give me the captain's log of every time you go back to the buffet, Evan. Like, you can just eat as however much you want. You don't have to tell everyone about it all the time.
Yeah, Cece, they don't want me talking, so you're gonna have to go on this one.
Oh wow, you have nothing to say? First time ever.
Yeah. They said don't talk. Yeah. I also can't argue that.
You know what? You know what gets me, guys?
Oh no, he's taking this seriously.
I am taking this seriously.
Oh, no.
You know what gets me? You know what gets me about Evan Cohen? He turns every take, everything we say, into a rap song.
Oh, he does do that.
He references a rap song every time we have a take.
Wow.
He turns it into a rap song. I don't know how many times I've heard Palms Are Sweaty, Mom's Spaghetti.
That was Jen who just did that.
He does it all the time.
You loved it, though. You loved it.
I wonder where she gets it from. Evan Cohen turns everything into a rap song.
Well, this has been fun, guys. I really enjoyed the roast here. Nikki Glazer coming up next. Jeffrey Ross will be here as well.
All right, I do have a serious question for Canty because we have his undivided.
We gotta go, Jason. Hurry up.
You got time. You got time. And by the way, the last time really Canty was on with us, he was being distracted by a fake mooning by Warren Moon. So I want to take advantage of having his undivided attention.
That's right. That happened at the Super Bowl.
Moon by Moon.
So I just wanted to ask you about this because this was one of my favorite things I've heard from a coach in a really long time. Jeff Hafley was talking about the way his defense played on Sunday, and his big thing, and I'm sure he's not the first to do this, is that when he hits pause on the film, he wants to see all 11 hats close to or approaching the football. I'm sure you've played on great defenses. I understand that most coaches demand that, but is that as defining of how good this defense is and how well it's playing together as any other measure? Because he talked about how that's where you find out everything you need to know about your defense, whether they're bought in, whether they love each other and are willing to play for each other. Like, am I getting swept up in a really good quote, or is he really right about how we measure a defense and how important that is?
Well, I've never seen a great defense that didn't run to the football. So essentially, by all 11 guys committing to sprinting to the ball, you give yourself a chance. Now, that doesn't guarantee that you're going to have a great defense. That just means you got a shot at it. And in its simplest form, football is all about blocking and tackling. Well, the athletes are too good these days to solely rely on one-on-one tackling consistently and be successful at it. So the way to limit explosive plays is by having multiple tacklers at every ball carrier at all times, every single play. And that's what sprinting to the ball does for you. Now, the fact that those guys were willing to sell out week 1 in the way they did, it's a good sign. But by no means does that guarantee that you're going to have an elite defense.
I knew I could count on you for a great answer. I can let you guys go now. Evan has a guest appearance on Miami Vice based on his ensemble today.
Oh, wow.
Very good.
Crockett, Tubbs, and Cohen.
305. Let's go.
Guys, you're the best. I look forward to seeing you.
You got the white Ferrari parked outside.
Oh, you're going to be there today, Jason?
I am.
Jason, you're going to be there?
We will have our Green Bay
Tausch,
game
you gonna be
day
there?
at the Tundra Trio.
Tausch, hello?
Tausch, going once?
Yeah, I know I can hear you. I'm not going to make you feel like a jerk. So no, unfortunately, I can't make the game. So no.
Okay. All right.
They are unsportsmanlike. You hear them every morning across ESPN Wisconsin. And you can enjoy their comedic stylings.
Evan running from a microphone? I've never seen this happen. Like, what is he? He's sprinting away from a
He's got a
microphone.
meeting.
That never happens.
He's gotta go hang out with Don Johnson and the other guy. That's it for our time with Unsportsmanlike. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Pizza lovers, when the craving hits, hit back with Pizza Hut's $5 crafted flats pizzas. Mark Tauscher here, and new at Pizza Hut, 5 bold, hand-stretched personal pizza recipes. 3 cheese, pepperoni duo, the ultimate, and for a limited time, chicken bacon ranch, and Nashville hot chicken. All just $5 each all day. Perfect for lunch, dinner, or game day. Order your $5 handcrafted flats at pizzahut.com or on the Pizza Hut app. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels. Test dress any mattress at Steinhoffels this September. Get a $20 restaurant gift card, and they'll donate $20 to Special Spaces Wisconsin. A prime matchup. Wisconsin-Alabama, a massive test before Big Ten play begins. Former Badger safety Sojourn Shelton recalling his experience when Bucky faced the Tide in 2015. Shelton sharing his takeaways during the Jump Around, a Badger-dedicated show.
You know what a national championship team looked like. You know, when you see teams like, USC back then, Texas back then, those are the teams that were winning the national championship. To be able to go against a national championship team and kind of stack and see where you're at against them is always the perfect opportunity.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin honors trust and commitment on your behalf before, during, and after the sale.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. PellaWI.com.
Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment, and here's another great fundraising event in Madison.
Join us for Forward March, a celebration of the arts and community, on September 28th from 1 to 4 p.m. at Barnwood Events in Madison. Help us honor Mike Lacrone's legacy and support affordable arts access through the Lacrone Arts Fund. With special guest Tom Wopat, UW alum and star of The Dukes of Hazzard, and honorary chairperson Tony Granato, it's an afternoon of music, meaning, and making a difference. Visit copamadison.org to learn more.
I will see you there.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com, because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
One call, that's all. It's not just a slogan, but a way of life at Gruber Law Offices. If you've been injured, call our team today. We've represented tens of thousands of injured Wisconsinites for well over 30 years. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Thanks again to the Unsportsmanlike crew for joining us. My point guard work was substandard, but that's a lot of people to. It's like Jordan Love trying to get the ball to 10 different receivers. A little bit. But we appreciate them joining us. You heard something on Unsportsmanlike this morning, Mark, from your guy Dan Orlovsky that piqued your interest. I did not hear it, so I'm going to hear it now.
This guy's a freak. This guy's an absolute problem. Don't take it from me. Take it from Jordan Mailata, who going into the first game last week when the Eagles were playing the Cowboys, Mailata was like, when we were playing the Cowboys, we would always have to start our week with, okay, what are we going to do with Micah Parsons? And so he's a tremendous, tremendous game-changing player. And if the Packers are going to be a team that in many ways a lot of us expect them to be, where they're in the NFC North race and the NFC Championship race, and, Micah, this is a team that has a top 3, top 5 defense, and Micah pushes 15-plus sacks, and you're seeing the impact that he has. Oh, God, yeah. I mean, that's the type of talent that he has, and I think everyone made a deal about last week and whatnot and the amount of snaps, some positive, some what are we doing? You're going to see him just ramp up. And, if he gets to that point in a quicker period of time where he's playing, 90+% of those snaps, he's going to haunt opposing quarterbacks. This is a defense that has other talented pieces around them.
Tausch, what was it about that other than I feel like we can use that, this guy's a freak, this guy's a problem, and we could just use him saying that and put it on anybody because he never actually says Parsons there.
That's a drop. Two things really stood out. The fact that he said haunt twice is accurate. He is going to haunt quarterbacks. But I always like when I tell you guys things and then it gets validated by others. Not that I need, I have my resume in this league is strong. I don't have any problem. I'm going to tell you what I think. But when I tell you that we go in these meetings and we say, Troy Polamalu's a problem, people. We're going to actually bypass linebackers to double team up to Troy Polamalu because he's a game wrecker. And when you hear him say Jordan Mailata, who is a big boy left tackle for the world champs, saying, boy, it was a nice refresher that we could just go put our game plan in. We didn't have to sit there and think, oh, boy, where's number 11 for the Cowboys? Oh, he's number 1 for the Packers. Oh, well, we'll have to worry about that down the road. Like, you don't understand how much that matters?
I do.
And why I was dumbfounded that the Dallas Cowboys would do this and how, oh, my God, this is such a game changer. Listen to the guy who's playing left tackle for the Philadelphia Eagles talk about it. And Orlovsky relaying it. And haunt? We're a bunch of there's a lot of ego in these rooms. And he ain't wrong. Like I guarantee you, Penei Sewell last week, or whenever it was, 2 weeks ago now, Thursday is when this happened, this trade.
Yeah.
When that trade happened, I'm sure Sewell was probably out having a nice dinner, and I guarantee you when he heard that, even Penne, who is a stud, I would bet took a gulp and was like, blank.
He said, oh, Lois.
I almost guarantee it. This is now a problem. Morgan Wallen's song, a problem, however that goes. Now it's going to be a problem twice and maybe 3 times a year because of this. That's what we got. That's why I found that clip so fascinating, because sometimes you got to just think, that's pretty dang good. And I thought Orlovsky's little quote there and on Jordan Mailata and everything else really kind of fits why we're so fortunate that he is with us and not with somebody else.
That was really good. You were even better than Orlovsky relaying Jordan Mailata's view. Be just as good talking about Jones Dairy Farm, and I know you will because you loved your trip there.
We did. We had a great trip. There's a new video up with their big dog out at Jones Dairy. Family-owned and operated for 7 generations in Fort Atkinson since 1889. And you know what? Everybody wants to eat clean. Oh, I don't want all this. I don't want all these fillers and the nitrates and MSG. Well, they've been doing it from the jump. They're natural sausage made from the original family recipe. It's available in pork and chicken and in turkey. They also, we know about their great bacon, their Braunschweiger. They got fully cooked meatballs. They have it all. Head on over to jonesdairyfarm.com. Check out the videos. Check out everything they have to offer. We love supporting Wisconsin companies. Well, Jones Dairy has been at it and better than anybody for over 7 generations right here in Fort Atkinson.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde.
Was that a long? Was that pause? Was that pause awkward for you?
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know Fort Atkinson.
I was
going
to
be
say
the
we
ending
play
point
Fort
there.
Atkinson tonight in football, and why I will not be up at the Commanders game. We got a big tussle with Fort Atkinson tonight.
Tough matchup. Got to watch out for Fort.
We'll find out.
No, I just wasn't. I didn't realize you. There's no Jones Dairy Farm. We'll see you next time. The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Get ready to unleash the dragon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Introducing the region's very first $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Feel the thrill, chase the excitement, and win big. With jackpots soaring to $1 million, your chance to hit it big is here. Come experience the ultimate gaming adventure. Visit Hard Rock Casino Rockford today and play the $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Your legendary win awaits. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is Monte Ball.
Monte steps to the right, dashes, reaches, touchdown.
You listen to 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. Happy Packers game day. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Wisconsin Surplus in Mount Horeb, your homegrown auction powerhouse. From government assets to vehicles and equipment, find your next deal at wisconsinsurplus.com. Thursday night football at Lambeau Field. Tonight, the Green Bay Packers and Washington Commanders meet to kick off Week 2 of the NFL season. 7:15 kickoff. Streaming exclusively on Amazon Prime. For fans in Madison, that game is not available on over-the-air television. Fans in the Milwaukee and Green Bay markets can find it on standard over-the-air television, not in Madison or any other markets. It's exclusively on Amazon Prime. So either subscribe, call a friend or family member to see if you can watch it with them, or call your favorite local establishment and see if they're going to have the game on tonight. Packers Commanders 7:15 kickoff. Green Bay listed as a 3.5-point favorite according to ESPN Bet. All you need to get set for the game all day long right here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Wilde and Tausch continues till noon. Rich Eisen from noon to 2. Jim, Matt, and Molly streaming exclusively from noon to 2. KBN from 2 to 4. And Green Bay game day 4 to 7:15.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Give it up.
o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. Wait, we have a show tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Well, two of us do. I think Jesse's off tomorrow.
I'm not off tomorrow. I'll have a few.
Well, why are we doing the weekend preview today?
Because we're going to be taking calls tomorrow, one way or the other. You know how this works. Days after games, we open up the phones.
Then Monday we're not taking calls? Is that how that works?
Well, we're not going to wait till Monday to react to tonight's game.
no.
That's silly.
I mean,
we're going to have some other plans on Monday.
Okay. Well, then it's time now.
I'm working on a certain Brewers guest who was scheduled to join us until Micah Parsons got traded. I'm thinking that person may
Christian
be able to.
Yelich?
I'm not going to tell you who it is.
I can't lie to you. I got some big Brewers news that I'll announce to you guys on Monday too.
What?
Wait till Monday to announce it. Yeah, big Brewers news.
Well, there we go. There's what that's what we're doing Monday. There you go. We're good.
I was under the impression that was not being announced. Other than us celebrating Robin Yount's 70th birthday on Tuesday, which we look forward to as well.
Is Robin Yount's birthday Tuesday?
It is Tuesday, September 16th.
The big 7-0?
Born in 1955.
Wow.
You think
I'm not going to tell you. There might be somebody else's birthday coming up from our house. I won't say who because I keep that stuff tight, but might be
it's
my
not
daughter.
Sarah's because we always know her birthday.
Yeah, hers is very clear. We know it's not yours.
That's fair.
Narrows
you
it
can
down.
deductively reason some things out.
Tito, the family dog. All right. Well, I guess we're doing the weekend preview on a Thursday
good
anyway.
name for the family dog. That is a
It
good
would actually
name.
be a great name.
Yeah, it would.
That's a great name.
The weekend preview on a Thursday, since we'll be spending tomorrow's show reacting to the Packers-Commanders game tonight.
If they win handily, we're gonna say we would have had plenty of time for the weekend preview, right? Like, if they are pretty dominant, the calls kind of peter out.
No. If they're dominant, we're talking Super Bowl tomorrow. If they win like 34-7 tonight, we're talking Super Bowl.
Yeah, I don't expect that, but we'll see. All right, go ahead. Weekend preview on a Thursday.
5 games on the docket this weekend. Pick 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, however many you want to address and say you think it will be compelling to watch based on how this went last week. All on...
You don't even have the Steelers on the list.
Well, they're not on TV locally this week. Bears-Lions, your noon Sunday game on Fox. Bears-Lions. Chris Canty, I believe, said, are there 2 teams that need a win more than both of those teams after their Week 1 performances?
The Bears don't need a win. The Bears aren't going anywhere. They know they're not going anywhere.
All right.
Lions need a win.
Next up, then, the Buffalo Bills visiting the New York Jets, noon on Sunday on CBS. That's your noon Sunday game.
About that? Why does anyone here care about that game?
That's the game that's on television. That's the point
I
of the
understand.
weekend preview.
I'm asking. What
Josh
do we
Allen is
possibly
fun
care?
to watch. You watch the Bills on
What,
Sunday
Alan
last
Lazard's
week.
there? Is that the Lazard game?
No, the Bills are good. Michelle Smallmon picked the Bills to play the Packers in the Super Bowl. Like, the Bills are a team to keep an eye on.
I'm not sure
I love
Tosh
watching
understands
the Bills play,
weekend preview.
It's just
I understand
It's
it.
on television. I don't know. Like,
why am I watching?
Well,
It's on TV.
There you go.
They could have given us
There it
Browns
is.
Ravens. They didn't. They're giving us Bills Jets.
I'd be more interested in that. The Browns play Green Bay next week. I'd be more interested
To be
in that.
honest, I'm kind of surprised. Bills Jets is the game Nance and Romo are doing. That's the big game nationally, apparently, this week for CBS. Noon Sunday.
Yuck.
Everybody in the country gets to watch Eagles-Chiefs Super Bowl rematch. 3:25, big game Burkhardt and Brady on the call on Fox. That's on Sunday at 3:25. Your Sunday night football game. Michael Penix and the Atlanta Falcons visiting the Minnesota Vikings. Maybe they'll leave Kirk Cousins there as they leave.
Good one.
Thank you. And then a Monday night doubleheader on ESPN. Ooh. 6 p.m. early kickoff Monday, Buccaneers-Texans. 9 p.m. Chargers-Raiders on ESPN. The first game is on ABC. So, Tausch, those are the games that are on television this weekend around the NFL. Which game do you think would be most interesting to watch?
Well, I mean, who's not taking Chiefs-Eagles here? Who's not going to take that as the game to watch? I don't even think there's anything else remotely close from an interest standpoint for, you can say Packer fans, you can say what. I don't think, the Bears-Lions game is going to be intriguing because if Detroit looks like they did last week, all of a sudden they're going to be, it's going to get goofy up there in Motor City. If Chicago goes in there and beats them, things are going to get goofy. So I understand you'd be intrigued by that, but for me, this is a no-brainer. Chiefs-Eagles, I think, with Burkhardt and Brady and that crew, that's the game that I would be watching.
Yeah, it feels like a no-brainer to me as well. It's the Super Bowl rematch, and kudos to the folks at Fox who kept that game as opposed to having it be cherry-picked for a prime time tilt. Why are the Vikings? I understand the Vikings went 14-3. I am not poo-pooing Kevin O'Connell, who I hold in extremely high regard. I don't hold the same level of regard for J.J. McCarthy, but I am open to being wrong about him. My question for you is, why is that the primetime game against the Falcons? Two young quarterbacks? That's the appeal?
Theoretically, it could have
Cousins
been
Bowl.
Kirk Cousins visiting the Minnesota Vikings when they planned it. I don't know if they...
Well, Penix took over as the starter last year.
Penix was going to be the guy.
Maybe they were listening.
Jason, there's only so many games, and you get to protect games. I'm sure Fox protected the Chiefs game.
Packers Commanders was taken. The Bills Jets they weren't going to do. They just did the Bills last week.
Seems like Bills Jets is a big game.
Seahawks at Steelers is a noon kickoff that we do not have locally televised this week, but that one might have been interesting.
Hunter Vaughn, who does a great job when called out of the bullpen on a moment's notice, which between him and Riley happens fairly frequently.
I heard everything went haywire yesterday. I don't know what you guys heard.
It wasn't his fault. I'd like to blame my internet provider for one. It's a national championship rematch from Washington, Michigan, with those two quarterbacks. So I guess that's appealing.
Yeah, that might as well have been 50 years ago.
I agree. Totally agree.
Different coach, different quarterback, different scout that Michigan had that was helping. Like, it's just a whole different
the Stallion. All right, that is the weekend preview on a Thursday, which turned out to be a bit of a dud given the options that we had as well.
No, I actually thought, Jesse, I thought that was really interesting. I did.
Well, thanks, Tausch.
Yeah, good job.
Georgia, Tennessee, 2:30 on ABC.
Yeah, no college games on the list. That was
a lot of SEC heavy this
you
weekend.
can tell Jesse is I think he's still a little under the weather. He just looked at the NFL schedule and threw them.
It was really good. It was really good. You said it was really good.
Wisconsin,
it wasn't like a good high school game or bowling. He didn't throw anything fun at us. It was. Let me just read the NFL schedule. Let's change it to Jesse reads the NFL schedule for the weekend.
You just praised him. Were you being facetious?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Brewers Cardinals national TV Saturday night on Fox, 7:15. That game starts an hour later than originally scheduled for those who are attending or listening on the Brewers radio network. May be mindful of that.
Okay.
Florida, LSU. Florida trying to bounce back after a loss to South Florida. We got 18th ranked USF at 5th ranked Miami, 3:30 Saturday afternoon on the CW. One of the best games of the weekend.
Right after Gilmore Girls.
I think, they go to reruns of Smallville or something, and then a top 25 college football game.
Smallville, which Tausch is totally into now because he loves the Superman series. He's also watching Lois and Clark when he gets the opportunity.
I'm hoping that Superman movie's available on our flight to Bama. I will watch it, and I'll give you a review. And maybe Hunter will be right. Maybe I'll have to eat crow. I'll have to eat crow.
Or kryptonite. All right, our headlines, presented by Kohler Services today, are next. So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Keep it right here after Wilde and Tausch, and join us for the Rich Eisen Show on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ready to watch the Packers like a VIP? Cousins Subs put you in the center of it all on the 50-yard line in plush recliner seats, complete with personal TVs and your favorites delivered from Cousins Subs. 2 pairs of fans are selected before each regular season home game to enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience. Enter daily to win the best seats in the house, only from Cousins Subs. Cousins Subs. We believe in better. See rules and eligibility for details.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Truck crash? Call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Grassland Butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family-owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it for yourself at 2 convenient Madison service locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. From simple maintenance to expert repairs, Honda certified technicians handle it all. Stop in for an express oil change at Fish Hatchery Road on Saturdays. No appointment necessary. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop local. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
It's the best time of the year, and you know what that means for me. It's tailgating season. Hey, it's Alex Stroh. For my friends at Door County Distillery, locally produced, handcrafted, award-winning spirits made locally in beautiful Door County. If you're in Madison tailgating before a game, there's only one thing to do to elevate your experience, and that's bring it with Door County Distillery. Whether that's the cherry brandy for your old-fashioned, the single malt whiskey, or any of the gins, vodkas, and in-betweens, Door County Distillery has you covered. Find the retailer nearest you at doorcountydistillery.com.
Hey, this is Jeff Levering with the Brewers Radio Network, and I've got a question for you. Is your home ready to shine this season? Whether it's roofing, siding, or windows, Ridgetop Exteriors is the name you can trust. For over 20 years, Ridgetop Exteriors has been Wisconsin's favorite for roofing, and they bring that same expertise to siding and windows. Imagine vibrant, low-maintenance siding and energy-efficient windows that brighten your home while cutting energy costs. Ridgetop Exteriors holds all expert-level installation credentials with the leading manufacturers, including Pella, James Hardy Fiber Cement Siding, and LP Smart Side Engineered Wood Siding. With thousands of 5-star reviews and a commitment to excellence, they're the clear choice for home improvement needs. Plus, consultations and estimates are always free, so there's no reason to wait. Call Ridgetop Exteriors today or visit ridgetopexteriors.com to schedule your free consultation. Ridgetop Exteriors, putting customers first every time.
Ridgetop Exteriors is the place for you.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
When you tell me I'm a wreck, you say that I'm a mess. How could you expect anything less? You latched onto me, then cried how strong you were.
Time now for headlines.
We've buried the lead.
But it's not all doom and gloom.
Yeah, I've read the headlines.
It's time to predict this week's headlines.
It is time for headlines with the Academy I don't know if they're boycotting. I don't know if they're just helping Tausch behind the scenes with some clever phrases that he wouldn't come up with on his own. Whatever the case may be, Tausch, you go first.
Okay, remind me again, Jason. Who was, I just want to set this up. Who was the coach? You remember when you were down at the owners' meetings and somebody didn't wash their hands?
Dan Quinn.
Oh, it was. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Dan Quinn. All right, and we're off. This Packer defense is quite scary with Parsons and Cooper and Gary. Love and Golden spread joy through the stands while Dan Quinn holds his head in his unwashed hands.
There's no way
the
you wrote
NFC
this.
teams are now wary. Packers 31, Commanders 13.
Patrick, do that one?
No, he did not.
What happened with was it the lyrics or the delivery at the end?
Commanders 13.
Wary
Well, what rhymes with hands?
Wary and 13 does
Nans?
not go together. No, you had the Gary, like the stuff at the beginning was good, and then you had to do the hand.
Yeah.
That was good.
It was good.
And then the wary, and then it didn't rhyme.
All right, you tell me, Jesse, how I could go from unwashed hands to some score with the Commanders that would.
I mean,
make
just
sense.
two more lines that would have rhymed would have made like Packers.
Yeah, I'm asking you.
Packers score.
You want to critique my headline? Great.
Packers.
Go ahead.
Packers score points aplenty. They win 31-20.
Yeah, there you go.
That would have been better. That would have been better.
Helped you out there. All right, Jesse, your turn.
We were listing off some shows on Amazon Prime earlier in the program.
This is going to be a reach.
Perhaps their number one show being streamed, and it just came out with a new season a month ago. Very
Hunting Wives.
No, very popular with the young ladies, especially. The Summer I Turned Pretty. So my headline this week.
The girls watch that.
Yeah, it's an Amazon Prime one.
Yep.
The Fall.
What's it about?
I don't know. I haven't watched it.
I don't watch it.
I'm not a young lady. I don't watch it. I don't know. I know there's a love triangle. I know that's a thing.
Pesky.
Point being, my headline this week. The Fall I Turned Into a Super Bowl Contender.
Oh.
The Marvelous Mr. Micah and the boys on defense reach a new level in Packers' 24-10 win over the Commanders.
Ooh, I liked what you did there. Micah instead of Miss Maisel, right?
Marvelous Miss Maisel is on Prime. We mentioned the boys and Reacher earlier.
Did you do this during a commercial break, or did you have this prepped already?
It's not important when I did it. It was done by the time the segment started, and that's what matters.
I was just going to say,
could have this done weeks ago.
No. That was not a critique. I bring it up because if you had that prepared and then Tausch went off on that rant about how there's no good shows, and you had that ready, that would have been amazing. But instead, you took the cue from Tausch saying that.
I was already workshopping it, and then looking up the list of shows did help. So, yeah, the team effort there.
Well, you did a great job. All right. Jesse's got a little bed music for me here. I want to be clear once again because I don't like being... first of all, I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. I'm a big feel your feelings guy. And I am very appreciative of the Tauscher brothers' contributions to headlines over the last 2+ years and continuing today, because clearly Tausch didn't write that. And I feel like they think that I have been unfairly critical of them. The movies just didn't work on an audio platform. That's all. Not unappreciative of your work. You were great. You guys are clever and creative. So in your honor, I have chosen to use music without singing, because that's not my milieu. But I'm going to use the Alan Parsons Project for my headline. Let's be serious here. Spare me your psychobabble. The eye in the sky don't lie. And the Micah Parsons project changes the games people play against the Packers. If you're an offensive lineman facing him, I wouldn't want to be like you because you're the shadow of a lonely man and your days are numbered. Packers 23, Commanders 20. I don't know if there's many Alan Parsons fans still left, but I do enjoy their music. Sirius is the one that is Parsons, the intro to the Bulls, not in the 90s.
Is that the skipper? Wasn't that the skipper in Gilligan's Island?
No, I believe that's Alan Hale.
Alan Hale. Okay. All right. I didn't know who Alan Parsons was.
They also have a song called Mamma Gamma, but I didn't know how to fit that in there. Sorry.
Oh.
Well, you could have just tried to rhyme it like Tausch did.
Well, it did seem to work
pretty well. We did really well for most of it. The Dan Quinn unwashed hands.
That was good. That was very good.
It was great. So who came up with that?
No, it's we just figured a way out. We figured it out.
Just like they do at Kohler Services with your bathroom.
Yep, and if you need a new bath or shower remodel, we have the team for you. That's Kohler Services. This month only, $1,000 off your Lugstone shower remodel and 0 interest financing for 12 months. And my old pal Chris from Oostburg, one of their skilled installers who demos your existing bath or shower, removes it. We lived it. We saw it. And then they dispose it before they install your brand new dream shower. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com. Request your free quote. Fast professional installation always included. Again, that is KohlerServicesWI.com.
In beautiful Fort Atkinson. Whoa Nelly is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Mark Tusher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Hey, Drew and Jonathan Scott here. Build a customized renter's policy with American Family Insurance so you can protect your tandem bike on the go. Thief! Oh, he is struggling with that two-seater. Life's better when you're under American Family's roof. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Some exclusions may apply. Products not available in every state. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies. 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Free Food Friday on ESPN Madison is brought to you by Vintage Brewing Company. Whether you're looking to get carry-out, delivery, or dine-in, Vintage Brewing has lots of great options on their menu. Vintage Brewing Company prides themselves on being a great place to hang out and enjoy classic Midwestern hospitality. Vintage Brewing Company has multiple award-winning beers, so be sure to try one the next time you're in. Head to VintageBrewingCompany.com to make a reservation today. That's VintageBrewingCompany.com.
The power of friendship has spawned a memorable baseball season in Milwaukee. When you choose to work with Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the relationship is more than what feels like having a friend. Pella honors trust and commitment on your behalf, before, during, and after the sale. And with this month's incredible deal, Gina Della from Pella is here to share why you shouldn't wait to order new windows and doors.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. Set your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. Ends 9/30/2025.
You're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb. Jim Rutledge here. What is a better buying experience? Well, that's the thing. You get to define it. It is the experience that is customized to you. What experience do you want at a car dealership? They can be your trusted friend or your trusted expert. So if you're in the market for a new or new-to-you Silverado, Colorado, Blazer, Trailblazer, remember, you're only minutes away from a better buying experience. And that's at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
Starion Bank redefines local banking in Madison. As a community bank with a commitment to Dane County, experience a banking relationship where your goals are our priority. Enjoy competitive deposit and loan rates and a partnership that thrives on local engagement and support. Starion Bank is more than a full-service financial institution. It's a community pillar dedicated to your prosperity. Visit one of our convenient branches in Middleton, Monona, or Sun Prairie. Starion Bank, offering banking, lending, mortgage, and cash management.
Looking to join an international quality golf club right here in Madison? For a limited time at TPC Wisconsin, enjoy full golf privileges and all club amenities without full dues. Pay just $150 per month through March to maintain your full golf membership with no golf dues until April 1st. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Schedule a tour or submit a membership inquiry at tpcwisconsin.com and start enjoying the private golf club experience you deserve. That's tpcwisconsin.com.
It is Alabama week. Hey Badgers fans, you don't want to miss this week's Wisconsin College Game Day post-game show with Jesse Nelson and myself, Corey Sparks. We will be live from Monk's Bar and Grill in Middleton this week. Listen live after the final whistle to our immediate response and give your input on the Wisconsin Badgers Week 3 performance. We'll highlight players of the game, the drive of the game, and main storylines after the first quarter of the season. It's ESPN Wisconsin College Game Day, brewed by Coors Light on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This weekend on ESPN Radio, the hunt for October takes us to Fenway Park.
Let's go light up the night.
God! Aaron Judge has gone deep. The Yankees at the Red Sox. Sunday on 100.5 ESPN.
Hold on, I don't want to know what it's like when you're gone. I don't want to move on. I don't want to know what it's like when you're gone for good. You're slipping through my fingertips a little bit.
Jesse, I thought Hunter was great filling in on short notice. But I'm not sure how Woe Hunter went. I didn't get any Gerald Ford at all.
Really?
Got a little bit of Cowboys, but his staples, we didn't get a lot of it. Curious what you consider your staples and whether those will be included in Woe Nelly.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocker's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Whoa, Nelly!
On Wilde and Tausch.
Big day today at the Nelson house. This is the first Thursday night football game that we aren't going to at Lambeau Field or working during. I had to work during the Lions game. We had a volleyball NCAA tournament match last year.
Mm-hmm.
That we actually get to have people over and have a Thursday night football Packers party at our place since the infamous mustard mac and cheese Instapot known as Musty Mac made its debut when the Packers and Rasul Douglas defeated the Arizona Cardinals a few years back. So we're going with a Chinese food family-style buffet tonight.
With Musty Mac.
No Musty Mac included. For a Packer game, is that a weird game day spread to have? It's like just a kind of a family style. You get the rice, the chicken, the noodle, all the stuff, and just kind of throw it out. And everybody gets to make their own plate
Mongolian
and have it throughout
beef?
the game. Yeah, we'll get just a plethora of stuff and bring it home. Get some takeout probably.
So do you
and
still
do it.
have Musty Mac or not?
No Musty Mac on the menu tonight.
That's going to be a disappointment for your guests.
But it doesn't go with egg rolls.
Does football go with egg rolls
Well,
necessarily?
That's what I'm kind of asking. Like,
Wait, before I go any further, whose idea was the Chinese buffet?
We've done it before as a group, and there's going to be like 4 or 6 of us there tonight. I forget how many.
Was it your idea or Becca's?
So this all started, I think it was kind of my idea, but it became
Okay, then it's a terrible idea.
Because it started with my friend in college. Every time the Bears, he was a big Bears fan, and every time the Bears played a primetime game, he would order Chinese takeout. And he would sit in his
the highlight
TV
of his night.
in his room and watch the Bears
Is this the guy that makes you drive to pick up his dog and drive to
No,
take the
that's
dog
different
back?
guy. It's a different guy, yeah. So Chinese food is a game day spread. Fair or foul?
Not my jam, but I think anything that brings your friends, family together to enjoy watching something, great, go ahead. I'm not going to – I don't think it's probably from a genre standpoint, probably my least favorite.
Wow.
Didn't see
so
that
I'm
coming.
out on it. But I'm not invited
You're no
over to
Eddie
your house
Lacy.
anyways. Obviously, Becca's given me a ban for opening the fridge to show all that great Jones Dairy meat that you stole from me during Christmas and took home to yourself when it was supposed to go. So I'm not mad about that, but since it's Chinese food, I would say what's odd about that, obviously, you know I love Japanese food. We were over there. I love Thai food. I would say if I'm power ranking, Chinese is going to be pretty low on my list.
I actually like Americanized Chinese food, like P.F. Chang's.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
It's not as it's
lettuce
it's
wraps?
not as it's not
Is that
as,
a lettuce wrap?
Yeah,
on a
for
bun?
instance.
Supersized?
I like the lettuce wraps there. I love their Mongolian beef. It's my favorite. They have some ice cream on the menu, I think, so I'm okay there. I've never had never mind. I'm not going to go down this road. They're not a partner either.
There's a certain bear you like Express,
yes,
don't you?
I've never been there. Is their food good? Is that where you're getting it from, or are you making it yourself?
Us?
Yeah, you.
No, we are not going to the Express location. I don't think we have one of those around here.
The Bear Express.
No, none of those near us here.
If you don't like egg rolls, Jesse, can you like your thing tonight?
Oh, good question.
If you don't like egg rolls, yeah, look, that's the perk of doing it family style. Like, there's some stuff we're going to get that I don't necessarily like that's got, like, some curry on it and whatnot. So I'm just not going to take that. That's the perk of doing it family style.
I have to interrupt. I've gotten some disturbing news on the private talk and text line. You would think a Tier 1 friend would be invited to this Chinese buffet.
Yeah, for sure. No, I'm sure Tyler's bringing bubbler and everything over, right?
For Packers Commanders, but sources close to the program tell me that Tier 1 Tyler was uninvited. Did not get an invite.
Uninvited.
Not uninvited.
Oh, wow.
He was left uninvited. He was not invited. He was not.
That's not what uninvited means.
No, disinvited is when you revoke the invitation.
No, uninvited isn't uninvited mean you were invited
guest,
and then you unned it?
An uninvited guest shows up. They weren't invited. Uninvited, disinvited. He did not have his invitation yanked. He was not invited in the first place.
True.
Why?
What happened, Jesse?
I guess
did you guys have a falling out?
No, I made an assumption. I made an assumption that father of two on a school night wouldn't be interested in a Packer party with a little game
Are
day
his
spread.
kids school age already?
No.
Okay.
But it is a school night.
Wonder why why is Tyler?
Why would you not
dropping
extend the
on
invite
Jesse's
and then
power?
have him say, no, I can't go?
Well, because I don't want him to feel bad that he's missing out on it if he can't
Don't you
come
think
over.
he feels worse that you didn't invite him?
No.
Yeah, I think he would.
I'm here to tell you, he definitely feels worse, according to sources.
Whoa, Nelly! I can tell you this, my game day's better with Pepsi than it is with Tier 1 Tyler. Love Pepsi. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Some good stuff on game day. I'm going to have that tonight. School night.
Yeah. Okay.
IPT question for you, in addition to what we've already covered here. With my sick day yesterday, a little bit of what I did, I was looking at my calendar upcoming
We're
for
talking
the
to
next.
Tyler.
No, for the next 6 to 8 weeks, I was kind of setting my calendar for some stuff coming up.
Do you have the same
6 or
calendar as the
7?
Tauschers?
I do not. Is it IPT to put dates for potential Brewers playoff games on the calendar without knowing, obviously, how far they'll get or whatever? But let's say, hypothetically, through the NLCS, we have that marked off on the calendar just in case they're going to be playing those days so we know as we make other plans. Is that IPT?
No, matter of fact, can you send that over to me? We already know when the NLDS and NLCS games will be.
Dates are all set, yeah.
Oh, yeah, send that over to me. No, that's not IPT. Like, I think for most of us, I will feel really if I can make. Now the NLDS, I'll be a little bit like, okay, let's see how it goes. If it's because we're all busy. NLCS, if there's not something like written in the calendar already, and I'm free, I'm going. World Series, everything's on the table. That's how I'm looking at this from a Brewer fan standpoint. So I want the dates.
So you don't think it's jinxy or whatever?
Not even a little.
There's no such thing as jinxes.
No, there is. Not in this case.
I've heard otherwise on this show.
You're the reverse jinx. Yeah, no, you should definitely. You have to plan your life, man. Come on.
Yeah, I don't want to accidentally commit to something. Oh, no, it's Game 2 of the NLDS, Brewers-Cubs at American Family Field. Like, I don't want to miss that. I don't want to have something else
This is where Jason
planned.
not being a fan is going to be, like, the fact that Brewers could be in the World Series and he's not going to go because he's not a fan would be shocking. But.
Yeah, no, I don't think I would go to a World Series game, no.
No, I know you wouldn't. Yeah, it's fine.
By the way, Brewers were swept for the first time.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
For the second time this year, the Brewers were swept. Do either of you remember the first time the Brewers were swept this year?
Oakland Athletics.
No.
No, didn't it just happen like a week ago?
No.
May. Happened in May.
No.
April.
Yankees. Opening season.
Yep.
The torpedo bats.
Torpedo bats.
Physics bats.
Kid,
yeah.
how long ago does that feel like? The first series of the year was the last weekend in March, and that's the last time the Brewers were swept until yesterday by the Texas Rangers, who are red hot. No concern? No concern? I'm not.
No.
Still 5.5 up on the Cubs.
Told you, Shaq, when Shaq shows up to DJ down at Ant
When he's
Field,
not.
He postponed.
After that, that's when we start planning.
Unforeseen circumstances. He's not there.
After Robin Yount's birthday, I guess, instead. All right, that is Whoa Nelly. Tier 1 Tyler still eagerly. Can you late invite him? Or is it now you've been shamed publicly and it wouldn't mean anything?
So we could do that, but what's he going to think now? Like, oh, yeah, sure, you can come over. Like, it's not going to be a genuine invite. And he's going to say, no, it's a school night. He can't leave the kids at home on a school night like that.
Okay. All right. I'm not here to judge your relationship. What I am here to judge is great.
It's not a school night. It's not a school night if your kids aren't in school.
There you have it.
It's just a night.
We say it's a school night all the time. When you have to go to work the next day, you say, yeah, I can't go out on a
that doesn't
school
appear
night.
to bother you at all. You missed work yesterday because you went out on a school night.
That's like, yeah, exactly. You get it.
Glad we covered that ground. Just like Associated Bank covers everything you want in a bank. They've got the best customer service in the industry, and they've got the awards to prove it. Go to AssociatedBank.com, find out more about early pay, which gives you access to your direct deposit up to 2 days early. Credit monitoring, which makes sure that your credit is where you need it to make that big purchase. And, of course, fraud protection. I experienced that. Somebody got my information, tried to drain my Associated Bank accounts, and they were right on top of it because that's what they do. They take care of their customers. And, of course, there's always Packers checking, Badgers checking, and Brewers checking as well. So go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more. We wrap up the game day edition of Wilde and Tausch and get ready for Commanders Packers tonight. Next, it's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for the great team at Everlight Solar. Whether you're saving up to buy a jersey for your new favorite player, tickets to a playoff game, or simply need some extra spending money for you and your family, it's always great to learn new ways to save some extra cash. Well, I've been telling you for a while now about how you can save money and help save the planet by making the switch to Everlight Solar. When my family first thought about making the energy switch, we weren't exactly sure where to go. That's when we got in touch with the team at Everlight Solar, and through every step of the process, they were great as we made the switch to solar. Let them do the same for you. Check out everlightsolar.com to find out more and schedule a free consultation. That's everlightsolar.com. Save money and help save the planet. When you're ready to make the switch, take my word for it. Count on the team at Everlight Solar.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today. Wisconsin-Alabama, a massive test before Big Ten play begins. Former Badger safety Sojourn Shelton recalling his experience when Bucky faced the Tide in 2015. Shelton sharing his takeaways during the jump around, a Badger-dedicated show.
You know what a national championship team looks like. You know, when you see teams like, USC back then, Texas back then, those are the teams that were winning the national championship. To be able to go against a national championship team and kind of stack and see where you're at against them is always the perfect opportunity.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin honors trust and commitment on your behalf before, during, and after the sale.
Order today and get 0% interest for up to 60 months. PellaWI.com.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
Get out this summer and experience Road America, America's national park of speed. Located conveniently between Green Bay and Milwaukee and Elkhart Lake, Road America is home to the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn circuit that's hosted the world's best since 1955. Camp on site all weekend, enjoy state fair-style food, and bring the family. Kids 16 and under get in free with a paying adult. Don't miss Arian's Art on Wheels, September 12th through the 14th. Come for the experience, stay for the race. Get your tickets now at roadamerica.com.
You're back at the gym. Your new gym outfit? On point. Your new sneakers? Baller. You've got this. Just like Associated Bank's got you with Access Checking. It's maintenance fee-free with no minimum balance requirements. So when you take your first yoga class in 10 months, your body might surprise you, but your checking account won't. You've got this with Access Checking from Associated Bank. See AssociatedBank.com/checking or ask a banker for details. Member FDIC.
People travel the world to collect Hard Rock shirts, and Hard Rock Casino Rockford is going to give the people what they want. Get in on the action at Hard Rock Casino Rockford, where all new Unity card signups receive an official Hard Rock shirt, plus free play to kickstart a winning streak. Whether you're spinning the slots or playing the tables, you'll be dressed for success. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's Hard Rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Baseball is back. Brian Balaga here to bring you a proud partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Surfside Iced Tea and Vodka and Surfside Lemonade and Vodka. A delicious and perfect pairing for a day at the ballpark. Stocked at American Family Field all season long. Surfside is only 100 calories per serving, and the best part, 0 bubbles. Ask for it at your local bar or liquor store. Surfside, an official partner of the Milwaukee Brewers. Must be 21 years of age. Please drink responsibly.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
So, Tausch, I wanted to circle back because there was a lot going on today. Complex program today. Thanks to Rob Demovsky, thanks to the Unsportsmanlike crew. But the question I asked Canty, and yes, it is the game day preview story at channel3000.com, of course, was Jeff Hafley talking about watching the film and using the pause button and seeing all 11 guys rallying to the ball. And we talked about it earlier in the week after he said it on Tuesday. But I really thought this was, well, I thought two things. One, God, this guy talks like a head coach. He ain't long for this job. If this defense is as good as we think it is, he's going to be a head coach in the next hiring cycle.
You felt that last year, though, too.
I did, and he got interviews.
You've had a crush on him for a while.
I do. I like him a lot. And I'm still waiting for my Boston College hoodie that he says he has in his office. But more significantly, he said, and the phrase that stood out to me when he was talking about this was, one, it shows they're bought in. Two, it shows they love each other because they're playing hard for each other and they're giving everything they have to each other. That's one of the greatest things as a coach. You played on 11 Packers teams. Did you ever have teams where you questioned that? And if so, how important is that to have compared to how problematic it can be if you don't feel like you're on a team where the guys actually love each other? Because when I see you with your old teammates, it's obvious that you did.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever a team that you would say that you didn't all have goals that you wanted to reach. The question would be is how tight was the bond? And you heard Rodgers a few years ago say you need something to galvanize. You want to have things that bring you together. I think Micah Parsons coming into town brought this team together. It's earlier than usual, but that's what that trade did. Now, are there going to be some blips and some yes, there will be. That's the beauty of an NFL season is that unless you're the Patriots and the Dolphins from 72, there are going to be some blips. But you're looking for trust and then that love or that I will do whatever it takes for my team to be successful. That's the bonds that you're looking for. And it's way too early for me to make a statement like that. I can tell you that I feel really good about where they're at. But you have to see how they weather those tough storms because it is the NFL locker room is a great place. But what makes it great is when you have all these cats throwing stuff at you from the outside and things aren't great. And you get a good look at who sticks with you when you need it. Everybody loves everybody this week. Oh, God. We're the best thing since sliced bread. It is the best. Well, let's say Jaden Daniels goes and throws up a 30 burger tonight, and all of this criticism levied by you and Demovsky and everybody else. Let's see how that looks next week because it's real easy from the top.
From the cheap seats, AJ.
Easy on the bottom. So let's just give that a beat. I'm not into, we love each other, all this other stuff. Yeah, everybody loves everybody when you're on a vacation to Bali. It's how are you when you got to take the garbage out? You got to do all this other car's tire blows and everything else. That's when you find out. So right now we just got back from a great vacation. Now let's see
Bali?
When and if there's some tough things that you have to operate.
What made you go Bali there, by the way?
I think it's a great vacation spot. I have not.
Have you been there?
I've heard that it's really nice.
Looks
no,
nice.
I just said I haven't. Just told you I haven't been there.
Okay. Will they still be loving each other after tonight? Yes or no?
Yes.
You expect a victory for the local club.
I expect another prime defensive performance. I think the offense. I think you're going to see a couple turnovers tonight from the offense, and it'll keep it tight a little bit early. But I think the defense will stifle and really elevate itself, and you're going to have more pats on the back and attaboys after tonight. I'm guessing a Green Bay game night tonight. I'm guessing that'll be the lead story.
I will be there. I'm on at 5 o'clock on Green Bay game night. Jesse, what's next across ESPN Wisconsin before we go?
Rich Eisen Show coming up next on the radio. Jim, Matt, and Molly streaming on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel from noon to 2 today because they're getting bumped for Green Bay game day this afternoon. So an early edition on YouTube of Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Don't want to miss that. Thanks for coming along for the ride with us today. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Pizza lovers, when the craving hits, hit back with Pizza Hut's $5 crafted flats pizzas. Mark Tauscher here, and new at Pizza Hut. 5 bold, hand-stretched personal pizza recipes. 3 cheese, pepperoni duo, the ultimate, and for a limited time, chicken bacon ranch, and Nashville hot chicken. All just $5